everyone to explore a digital world full of possibilities, connecting with family, friends, and the things that matter most. And because nothing keeps us more connected than the internet, we've created Access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, deposit, or installation fee. Visit att.com/access now to learn more.
What a matchup we have for you in week number 2. A couple of OCC powers lock horns as tonight, New Albany takes on Dublin SCIOTO. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Honda's Thursday Night Lights as presented by Columbus State Community College here on the CW Columbus and nationally on the Stadium Network. I'm Randy Reinhart, and year number 36 calling the games. My partner for more than 2 decades, the football professor, former Buckeye, Jeff Logan. And, Jeff, these two teams played exceptional contests in week number 1.
You know, Randy, they really did. This is a classic OCC battle of two proud programs, one of which, New Albany, had recent success in the playoffs. SCIOTO trying to put themselves right back into that playoff race this year.
Let's look at the matchup tonight. New Albany 1-0 on the season, coached by Bubba Kidwell. Real first name, Matthew. In year number 1, they got by Westerville South last week, 31-7. They have a grand total of 12 returning starters. They love that wing T offense. They have great running backs, and one of them had a great weekend last weekend. His name is Alex Cox.
Yeah, Alex Cox is a really solid running back. They will go out of the wing T, Randy. They're going to try and run the ball down your throat, and they had a 1-2 punch. He had 3 touchdowns, 1-2 punch with Micaiah Burton. Together, those two in their junior season went for nearly 2,000 yards.
On the other side, it's Dublin SCIOTO. The Irish 1-0, coached by Carl Johnson in year number 19. 10 returning starters for this team. Again, plenty of talent. When you talk about the Irish, you talk about Tobias Thomas. He did it all last week.
He really did. 3 touchdowns. He did it running. He did it catching a pass, and he did it with a punt return. Where does Carl Johnson find these home run hitters year after year? He is a terrific football player.
And they blitzed St. Charles last week, 56-7. The last time these two teams met was in the playoffs of 2016. New Albany won 31-7. This should be a great one tonight. Looking forward to bringing it to you. The Eagles and the Irish all coming up next right here on Honda's Thursday Night Lights, presented by Columbus State Community College on the CW Columbus and the Stadium Network.
Wake up your senses with Tim Hortons' new Maple Waffle Breakfast Sandwich. Fluffy waffles made with real maple syrup, egg, savory sausage, and cheese. Get the Maple Waffle Breakfast Sandwich or try the new Chicken Maple Waffle today. It's all good at Tim Hortons.
Music Go Round, Gahanna and Columbus are your local music resource for back to school. Woodwinds, brass, percussion, strings, and more. We have a huge selection of used instruments perfect for students. Whether it's their first day in band or they're a seasoned performer, Music Go Round is your back to school band destination. And at Music Go Round, you can trade in and trade up. Bring in an instrument you're no longer playing and trade it in for one you've had your eye on. Located in Gahanna at the corner of Morse and Hamilton Roads, and in Columbus at Bethel Road and Route 315 near Micro Center.
All 2018 Accord inventory is on clearance for just $249 a month during the Honda Summer Spectacular event. Get an Accord, the North American car of the year, with tons of standard features like Honda Sensing, multi-angle camera, alloy wheels, a turbocharged engine, and built right here in Central Ohio for just $249 a month. Or save thousands with 1.9% financing this week at your Central Ohio Honda dealers.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Get the first look at this week's high school football scores and highlights. No need to wait for the 11 o'clock news to see game recaps and great plays from all over Central Ohio. AEP Ohio First scores on Fox 28, Friday night at 10:45.
They just had a threesome. So did they. They're going to have a threesome in 15 minutes. $3 bacon threesomes at White Castle. The Bacon Classic 3, the Bacon Breakfast 3, and the Bacon Waffle 3. Now that's a bold move.
Welcome back to Dublin Side of High School. Time now to meet the third member of our broadcast team. Here's Mike Todd.
Thank you, Randy. Guys, you talked earlier about New Albany's double threat at the running attack. What I'm interested to see tonight is how can they maintain that perfection in the takeaway column. Last week, +4. We'll see how that pans out tonight. And a happy belated birthday to you, Randy.
Thank you very much. I'm catching up to you now. New Albany won the toss and deferred. The Irish will receive on your right. This is where Dublin SCIOTO can be very dangerous. Two great return men in Tobias Thomas and Pete Herlick. Jeff, you mentioned that Thomas took a punt back the distance over 60 yards last week.
You know, Randy, special teams obviously are important for every football team, but I know how hard Dublin SCIOTO works on this. And one of the things that I think emphasizes their value in tonight's game is their ability to have players that can hit the home run.
Grant Rogers has it teed up at the 40-yard line, a young man that used to be the soccer goalie and quit that after his sophomore year to play football full-time. And Bubba Kidwell is glad that he did. Backup kicker last year. Good range. And what a night for high school football. 79 degrees of game time. The wind out of the north at 8 miles an hour. Week number 2 of Thursday Night Lights is underway. A line drive affair, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. That is the third touchback on the campaign already for Grant Rogers. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Irish from their 20-yard line. Here's a look at the United States Navy starting lineups. The United States Navy, forged by the sea. Bernane, Pennell, Thomas, Ray, along with Herlick and Rogers, the hands guy. But watch the guys up front. They have great size in an offensive line. Donnie Harden goes 6'1" and 280. Jared Marshall, 6 feet, 260. Nate Sambonet is 6'2" and 260. Alex Marr, 5'11" and 220. He's a little guy. And Yusef Alchahal is 6'3", 260, and a junior. 1st and 10 from the 20 with 2 wide to the bottom. They'll keep it on the ground on the first down play, and there's nothing in the middle of that defense. New Albany stalwart on that first down play as Herlick gets the carry and maybe advances it up to the 21-yard line. Here's your U.S. Navy starting lineup for New Albany on defense. Bubba Kidwell is also their D coordinator. Will King is the real deal. He is going to Akron. Menard and Irvine up front. DeVell, Rutledge, White, and Owusu Antwi, along with Sharfie, Bowman, and Kidwell in the secondary. On the second down play, keep it on the ground again. And again, they're trying to test the interior, and a good job by that New Albany defense. They love to pinch inside, and you saw it on that second down play.
You know, Randy, the offense at New Albany gets a lot of attention because of its interesting running attack out of the wing T. But the thing I was impressed in week 1 against Westerville South is how they played defensive football.
Bernane wide to the top, 2 wide outs to the bottom, including Tobias Thomas, the man that scored 3 touchdowns last week. Now they make it a triad to the top. Rogers with an empty backfield. Kyron, returning starter, hits his man and dropped in by Herlick on the 28-yard line. Good punch on the play by number 11, Brody Kidwell, the son of the head coach. So now a punting scenario for the Irish some 1 minute and 2 seconds into this contest.
Well, there's no big surprise that this would be the son of a coach coming up to make a play like this. Perfect timing. Brody Kidwell right there, unable to hold on to the football. Randy, it was Pete Herlick coming out of the backfield. 3 and out. Good stop by New Albany.
Griffin Croser, the 4-year starter, back to boot it. He has already committed to North Dakota State, and not that much on that kick. It's going to hit at the 48, but take an Irish roll inside the 45 down to around the 43-yard line, and that's where New Albany will take over in their first drive with 10:49 left to go here in quarter number 1. Here's your starting lineup for New Albany on offense, brought to you by the U.S. Navy. Bowman at a wing, along with Ackley as a wideout. Gert is the tight end, the son of Andy Gert, who played at Ohio State. Micaiah Burton and Alex Cox, the 1-2 punch. And Luke Muter, the quarterback. What a story he is. A guy that was always a quarterback, Jeff, until last season. Moved to wide receiver. Had receiving yards over 400 last year for the Eagles, but now gets to come back and be the starting quarterback again.
Well, terrific opportunity for him in his senior year to be able to lead his football team.
Wing to either side, 34 yards on the punt. Going to keep it on the ground around the left-hand side across the 45 up to maybe the 47-yard line. As Cox on the carry that time, the man that scored the 3 touchdowns last week of 39, 10, and 3 yards.
You know, already a lot of people talk about how good are you on third down conversions. One of the things that helps third down conversions is getting 5 on first down. That was a terrific job by the offensive line leading the charge.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 from their own 48. Again to go with that wing setup. And in motion, it's like a jet sweep that we see Bishop Hartley run a lot, and they try to turn the corner. They get it across midfield. Burton on the carry, but a great job to flow with the play by Marty Newhart, who comes up from the secondary to make the hit.
Yeah, what's really important about this is Marty Newhart shot out of a cannon as you look at the starting defense.
With Pfeiffer, Marshall, Poling, and Gibson up front. Then you've got Roper, Williams, and Hannon, the linebackers. Thomas, Holsinger, the aforementioned Newhart, and Herlick playing both ways as a starter. Third down, they got it to the 49 of the Irish, so they need about 2 yards now for the first down. Keep it on the ground, and they've got it down to the 46-yard line. Should have enough for the first down on the carry that time was Kingston Mabata. Mabata last week carried the ball 5 times for 12 yards.
Well, Dublin's gone to a 6-man front. You can see it there, but look at the explosion of the offensive line. At least early in this football game, Randy, it looks like New Albany is controlling the line of scrimmage.
Well, Jeff, I see this as a test of wills. I think New Albany with the wing T would like to stay on the ground. I think Dublin SCIOTO is trying to establish a run, but this is a team that, quite honestly, in offense is better in space, sometimes throwing the ball with a little bubble screen to get to the outside. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Off the right side, nice little gap for Mabata. He gets it down to around the 40, so it'll be second down. As you said, we'll get 5 or 6 on a first down play, so it'll be second down and halfway home now for the Eagles.
A good misdirection in the backfield, too. You got to be really careful from a defensive standpoint to read your keys. Watch one of the Dublin defensive guys just run right by the play. He has a key. He was looking at another back. It looked like, well, why aren't you tackling him? His responsibility, go for that other guy.
Second down and 4 now from the Irish 40 for the Eagles. Again, that wing to either side. Cox on the bottom in motion. Gets the handoff in stride. Has to retreat a little bit. And when he does so, he's going to be brought down back around the 43-yard line.
That was Marty Newhart again, Randy, coming up from that strong safety spot. That's 2 times tonight when it looked like they were going to be able to break contain, get to the outside, watch the right side of your screen, wham! Up comes Marty Newhart from that strong safety spot to make the play. Third down and about 6.
Last week, Marty had 3 solos and 3 assists. 6'1", 158, a junior. Third down. And they need that half dozen to keep the drive alive. And there's a gap inside the 40 as they take it off the left side. That second effort got them near the sticks. Mabata on the carry again. So, Jeff, you're looking at a 4th and 1. Do you go for it here early?
I think absolutely you go for it. See what Bubba Kidwell, now he's an offensive-minded guy. He was a quarterback in high school.
But he's the D coordinator.
I understand that, but he was a quarterback in high school. So here they come with a little bit of a heavy set, an extra tight end on the play.
True story. I've known him for 35 years. I never knew what his first name was until this week. I knew him back when he was 10 years old, shagging balls when we used to do charity events. He would handle the basketball. 4th down and 1. Coming around, do they have enough for the first down? They do. Inside the 35, all the way down to the 30-yard line. Nice gain that time as they get the first down and move the sticks.
All that misdirection noise in the middle got everybody's attention. You can see there, they're charging the ball, but you get a little bit of a break and you get it to one of your backs, Micaiah Burton. Again, this kid a year ago, 2017, had nearly 1,250 yards rushing. 1 touchdown last week, 14 scores a year ago.
So 1st and 10, mark the ball at the 31-yard line. Play action boot this time. Pass is complete. Mabata's got it inside the 25 before he's collared out of bounds. It's Marty Newhart again making the hit on the play, but again a nice first down play for the Eagles, and that's been the key on this drive, Jeff, is to pick up some positive yardage on first down.
They've been really good on first down, Randy, and again, good faking by quarterback Luke Muter. He does a good job of hiding the football, and then they get people at different levels out there in the flat. So he's got options to be able to throw the ball like he did here, just quickly to the first level or possibly go deep.
8 of 9 on the play, 2nd down and 1 from inside the 23-yard line. It's Mabata. He's got a gap inside the 20-yard line, Jeff. I thought with one more step to the outside, he takes it the distance, but still he picks up a first down for the Eagles, and the drive stays alive as we approach the halfway point of the first quarter.
Randy, that's the trap play that they run so well out of this wing T, where they got a pulling guard that is coming from the right side, coming across the left side of the line, and the running back's responsibility to put your nose right on his rear end as he's taking you through the line, and you do that, you're going to have a good result.
Alex Place with that 4-3 defense, trying to make sure his personnel can shut down those AB gaps here on a 1st down and 10 from the 18-yard line. On the ground, they keep it. Mabata's got it. Got down to the 16-yard line and pushed back. Marty Newhart is omnipresent early in this contest. He goes low. He gets help on the high side from Case and Pfeiffer, the big defensive end.
You know, Pfeiffer's the only returning starter on this defensive line in 2018, and Pfeiffer 99 comes in there to make the play. But once again, Marty Newhart is they're gonna have to switch his number to maybe 92 or something if he's gonna play up that close on the line, Randy. He's gonna have a defensive line number.
It'll be a second down play. Pickup of just about 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 from the 15-yard line. Spin move inside, and nice move by Burton. Still fighting, churning, backing his way all the way down to the 5-yard line, and he's got enough for a 1st and goal now for the Eagles.
Boy, what a nice effort again by Micaiah Burton. Alex Cox, the other running back, 3 touchdowns last week. Micaiah Burton, junior year, was the featured back. And look at this, spinning and keeping his head up, his pads high. That is a nice job. Final tackle made inside there by Joey Poling, the nose guard.
Last year rushed for 1,249 yards. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Churn inside the 2 near the 1-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and short. You mentioned Burton. Looks a lot like Victor White. He's got that same kind of flash when he carries the football. Another great running back from the past.
Would not be surprised to see him put the ball in the air here, Randy. It's, you know, they're run, but this is a perfect time to be able to hit the tight end on a little play action.
Brody White, the lone back in the backfield now on a 2nd down and goal. Coming around, they look for the gap. They find it off the left side and in for the touchdown. Micaiah Burton takes it in for the score. The 3-year starter now gives the Eagles a 6-0 lead with 5:04 left to go in the 1st.
Boy, what a picture-perfect drive for New Albany. Couldn't dial it up any better than that. One passing play in the drive, everything else a run. This is the trap play. They're bringing the pulling guard. You can see Mason Matthias coming from that right guard position. Number 50 leading the charge. And a terrific effort there by senior running back Micaiah Burton.
Number of colleges interested in him, including Dayton. Rogers for the PAT. It is up. It is good. He is now perfect in 5 attempts on the campaign. And with 5:04 left to go, New Albany leading Dublin SCIOTO 7-0. This is Honda's Thursday Night Lights, presented by Columbus State Community College.
Honda's Thursday Night Lights. Live high school football. Thursday at 7, only on the CW Columbus. Brought to you in part by the U.S. Army and WOW Whole Home Wi-Fi.
Summer is rolling out of here, and so are these savings. All WOW Internet-only packages are now $10 off per month for 2 years. But when summer's over, so is this sale. So switch to WOW today and save.
Will it be you to pursue your passion at Ohio State Newark?
It's been amazing being able to have the opportunity to do research here.
I've had excellent professors with small class sizes.
I like the fact that I will never have a class that's more than 35 students.
I'm a professor of physics and astronomy here at OSU Newark, and I'm also an astrophysicist with NASA.
If someone's thinking they want that Ohio State University education, this is a great option.
Schedule a campus visit today.
Carl Johnson and company looking to regroup after they watch New Albany take the opening drive of this contest, take it down the field on some 13 plays and 57 yards. And just like that, Jeff, they're up 7-0 in a statement drive by the Eagles early.
Boy, it really was, Randy. The defense went out there, though, and set the tone by getting the quick 3 and out. They get the ball in decent field position, and they go right down the field. What impressed me most was what they did on 1st down.
This scoring summary brought to you by WOW. WOW, introducing Whole Home Hi-Fi. Fast internet in every corner of your home. Thanks to WOW for supporting high school football in the CW Columbus. Rogers now, with the 3rd time in this contest, he will boot the football. This team up 7-0. Thomas back deep along with Herlick, and you're going to waste your effort. It's going to come back out again. That is touchback number 4 on the campaign for Grant Rogers. For a soccer kid, he's a pretty good football player. I got to tell you that. Time now to check out your Central Ohio Honda dealers' keys to the game for New Albany. Let Burton put on a hurtin', and we just saw that from Micaiah on that 1st drive. Shut down the lean green speed machine. They did that on the 1st series, did New Albany. For Dublin SCIOTO, keep the Eagles off the ground. Weren't able to do it on the first drive. And Kenyander and Tobias, or not Tobias, those guys, Kenyon Pennell and Tobias Thomas, yet to be really involved in this offense for the Irish. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Rogers going to hand it off, and they take it outside and get it up to around the 23-yard line. Eric Holsinger that time come around and getting the handoff and picking up some positive yardage on the first down play.
Quarterback Kyron Rogers, a senior. His job is to distribute the football. You know, they don't run the ring tee, but they like to run that lead option, and that's exactly what you saw there.
Jason Rice, the offensive coordinator, has him rapidly to the line of scrimmage after a gain of 3 on that first down play. Keep it on the ground again, and maybe a yard or 2 with the forward progress out to the 25-yard line. Good wrap-up job by that New Albany defense. Leading the charge that time was Jack Irvine. Irvine, a big guy that plays up front at defensive end. Last year he had 9 solos and 31 assists, and there's the aforementioned Kyron Rogers. Been a quarterback for 7 years. Last year passed for 1,564 yards, 10 touchdowns and 5 picks. On a third down play, quick pop pass is complete across the 30, out to the 40, out to the 41-yard line. That will move the chains as it goes on the play to number 15, Zach Bermain, and that'll be a first down for Dublin SCIOTO.
Well, good route by Bermain. He did a great job of sitting down in the zone, gave a good target for Kyron Rogers to hit him, and you can see right there in the seam, sometimes that wide receiver just has to make the decision to sit down as we look at a short gain on first down as the Irish are in hurry-up mode.
Jordan Penn makes the carry that time. Penn was a guy that did not play last week, coming back from a bout with mono, but picks up 1 on the play, 2nd down and 9.
That's encroachment on the defense.
I think we'll get that call. We'll wait and see. Our referee is Rob Bramer tonight.
Maybe my least favorite call.
Encroachment, defense, number 53.
And why is that, sir?
It makes no sense. You are offsides when the ball is snapped. If you get back, let's play football. Let's quit throwing flags.
This is high school. It's a learning process, sir.
Yeah, learn not to throw flags.
2nd down and 4. Rogers looking, going long downfield, throwing it up for grabs. Good adjustment of the football, and the pass falls incomplete. The wide receiver and the DB both fighting for the football, and it falls incomplete. I think Thomas was the intended receiver, and coverage on the play by Gabe Owusu-Antwi.
Boy, this is a 50-50 ball all the way between the offense and the defense, and you can see, if anything, nobody was able to really what we call high point the football, timing their jump to be able to go up and get that ball at its highest arc. Ends up as an incomplete pass.
And then it was 3rd down and 4. Gabe last year with 1 interception for New Albany. But I think this is where Dublin SCIOTO is more dangerous, Jeff. I think, you know, running early is just to keep New Albany honest, but they would love to open up the game. Quick dump in the flat. It goes to Penn to midfield. Can he spin and get any further? He cannot, so he's knocked down a yard shy of the sticks. 4th and 1 from the 50. And again, you put on your coach's hat, and what do you do here?
This is an interesting one. I think they're going to go for it. They're sending in a little bit of a heavy set.
Kason Pfeiffer is coming in as a tight end up front, along with Chad Ray. Let's see if they go double tight. We do have the benefit of a play clock here, so it's down to 14 seconds.
Maybe a couple of hard snaps to see if they can get them to move.
They're going to run it, and they won't get it, and I'll tell you why. It was the initial pursuit on the play of Jack Irvine. Irvine got through first, slowed down the play, and the Eagles bend. They don't break, and New Albany gets the ball back.
Well, so far it's been a battle of control of the line of scrimmage, and right now New Albany's tougher up front. You can see the blocking pretty good, but as you mentioned, Randy, Irvine was able to sneak inside the block of the tight end, and he screwed up that play from the very beginning, and New Albany is going to take this football at midfield. Again, great starting position for New Albany.
This is a team that for 14 straight seasons has been 500 or better. In the past, Pat Samanich ran the program, now in the hands of Bubba Kidwell. 1st and 10 from the 50. Hand off the right-hand side, a gain of 1, maybe 2 on the play, and it's Mabata on the carry again. This is a guy in Kingston who saw a couple of carries last week, but he's been an integral part of the offense early on.
You know, Rain, it's interesting. You look at what this team did a year ago, and they had an 8-5 record. And you look at that and you go, well, you know, that's not very good. But what you look at, though, is they got into the playoffs. They beat Whitehall in the first round. They beat Walnut Ridge in the second round, and they lost to Massillon in round 3, 24-6.
2nd and 8 from the 48. Little boot this time. Muter looking across the middle. Pass is complete across the 40, inside the 35, the 30, down the sidelines. And geometry works against the receiver inside the 15-yard line. But a big play as the pass is complete to the tight end, Patrick Gerd, who had a catch last week for 25 yards, and the big target comes through again.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they've been setting this up all night, trying to get that tight end open, and you can see Patrick Gerd. Let me tell you what, his dad played football at Ohio State. That kid's got more hands and more speed than his dad ever had in college football. His dad was a great player, but young Patrick Gerd out there as a junior tight end, a terrific job by him tonight.
Gain of 32. His dad played at OSU from 87 to 91. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Fumble on the play, bounces forward. Who got it? Did the Eagles fall back on the football? I think they did in the person of number 2, Brody White.
I think Luke Muter's going to look at this and say that I didn't give him the ball where he needed to. You can see he got it up high into him instead of sliding it in. Now, the running back's responsibility going there is to give him a good pocket, but he's looking ahead at what's happening in that line of scrimmage. He can't be looking down for the football, so quarterback Luke Muter's got to make sure he delivers the package safely. That time, the exchange was not great.
Peter Ackley checks in with the play as a wide out, goes to the bottom of the set with that double wing look, handoff. Nice little move inside for a gain of a few, maybe inside the 13 to around the 12-yard line, as they'll pick up maybe 2 or 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd down now after the carry by Micaiah Burton. Burton, we mentioned, returning starter, but a guy that learned a couple years ago to play on defense too. So he's played safety, used to be an outside linebacker. And is it in the family? His sister Michelle was the OCC Player of the Year in volleyball. So 3rd down, and they need just about 7 from inside the 13-yard line. Going to keep it on the ground. A gap off the left-hand side, spinning, churning, 1st and goal. The Eagles, as Burton found the gap, and Jeff took that diagonal route, as some of you running backs like to do, and found the 1st down.
You know, if you're a great running back, you got to make somebody miss. You can't block everybody. So at the point of attack, you've got to make somebody miss. That's exactly what he did. And then the 2nd and 3rd efforts to be able to put his team in a position 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line.
We talk about the 1-2 punch in the backfield. You've seen it already in this contest, probably 3 or 4 deep. Handoff right up the middle, nothing fancy. And they're going to get the ball inside the 1-yard line as Burton on the carry again. So Micaiah has become the workhorse early in this contest.
Well, when you see that kind of move in that offensive line, you got to give some credit to those guys right up front. Grayson Yannick, who's the starting center. Mason Mathias at guard, and Jack Wilson, the left guard, doing a great job of controlling that line of scrimmage.
Newhart prevented the touchdown on that play, and that'll be the last play of the 1st quarter. All Eagles early on in this one. New Albany leads 7-0. This is Thursday Night Lights on the CW Columbus.
And you can make something of your life beyond just football.
Football is my dream. You may not believe in that dream, but I do.
One thing I taught myself to do, no matter the problem, refuse to lose.
If I had a 10th of your talent, bro, I'd say forget this place and bounce.
Welcome to Beverly Hills. Run for your life. The path you take now, run for your life. That's up to you. Run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life.
Wake up your senses with Tim Hortons' new Maple Waffle Breakfast Sandwich. Fluffy waffles made with real maple syrup, egg, savory sausage, and cheese. Get the Maple Waffle Breakfast Sandwich or try the new Chicken Maple Waffle today. It's all good at Tim Hortons.
Honda's Thursday Night Lights. Live high school football. Thursday at 7, only on the CW Columbus. Brought to you in part by the U.S. Army and WOW Whole Home Wi-Fi.
Summer is rolling out of here, and so are these savings. All WOW Internet-only packages are now $10 off per month for 2 years. But when summer's over, so is this sale. So switch to WOW today and save.
I'm attorney Rob Nestico. My law firm has represented many families in Ohio when a loved one was seriously injured or killed in a trucking accident. Our nationally recognized trucking team has forced trucking companies to incorporate proper training to make our streets and highways safer. At Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick, we fight to protect the rights of our community.
Call Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick at 1-800-HURT-NOW.
One call does it all. Call 1-800-HURT-NOW.
Hi, I'm IndyCar driver Graham Rahal, proud graduate of New Albany High School, and I just want to wish my alma mater good luck on Thursday Night Lights. Go Eagles!
Fast times with the fast driver, Graham Rahal, the pride of the Eagles. And, of course, his dad did something in 1986. Oh, yeah, he won the Indy 500. As we start the second quarter, Randy Reinhardt, Jeff Logan, Mike Todd, second and goal from the 1 now for New Albany. And coming around, trying to turn the corner. Can they do so? They cannot. Good pursuit, swarming defense that time as they try to turn the corner, and the Eagles cannot find the gap there as Cox is brought down. He'll lose a couple on the play. It looked for a second like he was going to go down back at the 8-yard line, but able to make that move up to inside the 5. We're going to mark it at the 4. It'll be third down and goal from there. 22 seconds into the second quarter. New Albany and Dublin SCIOTO, both teams 1-0. Both play in the Ohio Capital Conference, but in different divisions. New Albany is in the OCC Capital, and Dublin SCIOTO is in the OCC Cardinals, so technically doesn't count as a league game. That one back of the backfield, Jeff.
This is a win right now for Dublin SCIOTO, Randy, to be able to get a stop right here on third down, take it to fourth down, and probably put them in a field goal position.
So Micaiah Burton will pick up a couple. It'll be fourth down and go inside the 5. They're going to mark it at the 3 on the far hash.
This was a victory for Dublin SCIOTO. New Albany is going to need to rethink the play call on second down, Randy, when they were stretching the field. They had so much success running the ball straight at them.
Grant Rogers had a 25-yarder last week. This will be the distance of an extra point, 20 yards from the far hash. Fisher to hold, the snap, the kick, plenty of leg. It is up, and it is good. 3 more on the board for New Albany. They're up now in this contest by a count of 10-0 here at Dublin SCIOTO High School. Time now for the Ohio State University at Newark Educator Spotlight, and here is Mike Todd.
All right, thanks a lot, Randy. I'm here with Ken Kramer. He's the principal at New Albany High School, the new principal at New Albany High School, formerly of Licking Heights. So it's a young school year so far, but what are you most excited about for this upcoming school year for New Albany?
Yeah, first I'd just like to take a moment to thank CW and what you guys do for highlighting our kids here on Thursday night in Central Ohio. Really gives a great opportunity for our kids and put their talent out here. They're very excited today. With the beginning of the year, we're excited really about 2 big things this year. We're focused on Focus 3 R Factor, which is the 6 disciplines, E plus R equals O. So we have kids focused on their response to drive that outcome. So we've been really focused on that within our school culture. And the Jefferson series, which is a speaking series for our student lecture series. We bring in Dr. Sanjay Gupta this fall. And so we get an opportunity to expose our students to, national level speakers, and it really enhances their education.
Now, what's the response been like this week at New Albany, knowing you guys are going to be on Thursday Night Lights?
Yeah, there's been a lot of energy in the air. Kids were even excited about how to fill out the forms for when the announcers are talking about them. I heard a lot about that. So, there's been a big buzz in the building.
Well, Ken, we can't thank you so much for being a part of Thursday Night Lights. Best of luck to you in the upcoming school year. Thank you
very much.
Guys, back to you.
Thank you very much. And again, that was the Ohio State University at Newark Educator Spotlight, returned by Herlick about 20 yards. So he is the new New Albany principal.
New Albany. I like that.
Here's your scoring summary courtesy of WOW. Introducing WOW Whole Home Wi-Fi. No slow zones, no dead zones, just WOW zones, and another WOW. But as you said, a bit of a victory for Dublin SCIOTO, ending that 4-minute drive, some 9 plays with a field goal.
You build on little wins like that in a game where all of a sudden New Albany is taking control of this game at the line of scrimmage. Now Dublin's got to respond on an offensive standpoint here with this drive.
From the 23, quick pop passes complete along the far side of the field. Again, this is what we talked about. We thought they would see a lot of from them. The pass is complete, out for a gain. Nearly 10. Kenyon Pennell makes the catch on the play.
You know, Pinelli, really good receiver, finds a soft spot out there. Also a guy that's got the ability to run the football out of that offense that Dublin Scioto comes out with, and see if Kyron Rogers can keep this drive alive.
Quick pop to Pinelli again across the 35, the 40, down the sidelines. Can he stay in bounds? He cannot. This is a guy that also scored 3 touchdowns last week. He had 1 carry for 68 yards, also had a touchdown catch, and he had an interception return for a touchdown. So he did it all as well, too, for the Irish last week.
Watch the block out here on the perimeter. Great job by Zach Bernane, the senior wide receiver out there for his teammate. That's what makes that play go. All the glory signs of being able to catch a football, run it, score the touchdown. That's all well and good.
Defense, number 51, first down.
Second time tonight that they've been called for encroachment, but my point is that Zach Bernane makes that play go by holding that block out on the perimeter.
Bermain with a good block, a gain of 19, 5 more for the penalty after the encroachment. 1st and 10 from the 43 of the Eagles. Rogers wants to throw, or does he? He will tuck and get what he can at around the 40-yard line. Kyron Rogers is a guy that we mentioned threw for 1,564 yards last year, but also is a guy that carried it 38 times for 135 yards and a touchdown. Last year when we saw this team, he dealt with a hand injury early in the campaign. He looked healthy right now, and his team is in good shape after that penalty and the short gain. It's 2nd down and a long one as we approach 10 minutes left to go in the first half with New Albany up 10-0. Signaling in the plays along the near sidelines. Rogers with now 2 to either side. Going to keep it himself. Get the first down. Nice sidestep. Kyron's got room. Kyron down the sidelines and near the 20-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds on a play. But there's a flag resting at the 31-yard line. And we'll see if we're coming back.
Boy, great blocking at the second level. The quarterback read this the right way, wondering if there's not a hold in the middle of the field somewhere, Randy. But that was an excellent job of the Dublin offensive line and receivers getting downfield and blocking. Here's the call.
Illegal block in the back, number 12 offense.
So that negates the big gainer and marches the ball back across the 40-yard line for the Irish, back to the 42-yard line. They need to get the ball across the 38 for the first down. So the penalty negates the nice run. And that's the thing about Rogers. He is so effective with the football and an outstanding leader, too. He's got the leadership presence out there, and his teammates follow his lead extremely well. So 2nd down, they need about 4. Hurlick gets the carry and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. There's a guy that was a north-south runner last week. Jeff, I saw them against St. Charles, and he was very effective early on. He put his head down, and he challenged the Cardinal defense. And before you knew it, they were up 28-0 halfway through the first quarter last week. 2 wide either side now on this 3rd down play. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Bit of a mistake in the backfield that time. 2 running backs going exactly the same direction. Looked like Kenyon Pinnell signaled to his quarterback that he had made the error.
Quick pop, pass is complete. Nice catch up high. Chad Ray knew he was going to get some contact, and Ray made the catch with his hands up high. Didn't push it into his body, and gets the first down.
I want you to watch the recognition after this play of the defensive man congratulating the receiver on doing a terrific job. That was good defense, but better offense. Good throw by Kyron Rogers.
Burton with the hurting on defense. Rogers has time, guns downfield, looks for his man. It's Thomas. He's got it in stride on the slant with a touchdown. Runs the post pattern and takes it in for the score. 9:07 left to go from 36 yards out, and then it was 10-6.
Randy, you referred to their ability to throw the football, and that's really the space they want to be in, where they've got man coverage and they can have their athletes go up against others and make big plays. Delivering the strike, though, Kyron Rogers on the post play, right into the free safety. Touchdown for Dublin Scioto. Again, back in the game because of the stop their defense made just a moment ago.
Griffin Crosa for the 7th point. His brother Sam is a kicker at Western Illinois. Snap, kick, plenty of leg. And it's a 3-point game. 9:07 left to go in the first half. New Albany up by 3 over Dublin Scioto. This is Thursday Night Lights on the CW Columbus.
All
CR-Vs are marked with clearance savings, just $259 a month during the Honda Summer Spectacular event. Get CR-Vs only $259 a month, or save thousands with 1.9% financing. Motor Trend's SUV of the year, the CR-V, for less than the competition. Only $259 a month or 1.9% financing at your Central Ohio Honda dealers.
Honda, I like it. Oh yeah, I like it.
From the creators of Dr. Pepper comes the story of a town where every day is Saturday and everyone is a fan. And this fall comes the most dramatic season I can feel it of their lives.
What is it?
New neighbor, Sheriff.
We're Bat fans.
Everyone wants that trophy.
Are you kidding me?
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville, kicking off this fall.
Hey folks, this is Jay Richardson, former Dublin SCIOTO High School graduate and of course former OSU Buckeye. I am also the current co-host of The Football Fever on ABC. But tonight I want to wish a big good luck to my Dublin SCIOTO Irish as they play on Honda Thursday Night Lights. It's going to be a huge game. Go get them, fellas.
Well, thank you, Jay. It must have worked. Your team scored. They're down by 3 now, 10-7. There's your wow scoring drive. 7 plays, 77 yards. Took 82 seconds. Thomas from Rogers from 36 yards out. 10 a 3-point cushion. And Croson doing all the kicking. Has it teed up at the 40. Will it stay in bounds? It will hop out of bounds. Again, in high school football, you have a 4th option this year. If it goes out of bounds, you can do a +5 as well, too. That will not be the scenario here because it went out a little deeper, like around the 5-yard line. So let's see if they just take it at the 35 and move on, or if they opt to kick it again. I think that'll be the scenario for the Eagles. Let's see if the Irish defense now is motivated as well, Jeff. It's kind of an interesting scenario when you go back to 2010.
Free kick out of bounds. It's the kicking team. New Albany select to take the ball at the 35-yard line. First down.
Since 2010, it's been the reverse of the Brett Saberhagen effect. Saberhagen, remember, was good in the odd years, rough in the even years when he pitched. For the Irish, since 2010, they're 30-16 in the even years, 15-26 in the odd years. So this is a good omen right now for the Irish. 1st and 10 for New Albany from the 35-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Can they get to the corner first? Little stutter step, and that will yield a gain of maybe 2 on the play as they look for the seam that time. And Burton waited for some additional blocking, didn't get it, so decided to tuck his head and get what he could.
Casey Piper down there doing a really good job. This is a kid that's built low to the ground, 6 feet 210, leader on that defensive line, Randy, and he came from the left side all the way across the field to be able to make the play.
And a guy that will probably play college ball because, Jeff, he's an excellent long snapper. I know Cincinnati and Miami have been interested in him as well. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. That's Cox in motion. Gets the handoff in stride. Turns. Chugs around the corner. 40-45. Up to the 48. Maybe the 49. And enough for an Eagle first down. Boy, they would love to look at that clock and drain about 5 or 6 minutes and get another score.
Kenyon Pinnell, who we saw on the offensive side back in there on defense, coming to make the play. This is speed on speed. You got Micaiah Burton, who looks like he's turning the corner. And then you see the 28 come up out of there. And for Dublin SCIOTO, they get them speed in the backfield with Kenyon Pinnell over there on defensive back.
A guy that plays strong in the secondary. In fact, plays strong safety a lot of the time. Gain of 11, 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line with that double wing look with 1 man in motion. On the delay, nothing doing this time. Burton wrapped up back in the backfield. That's big number 8. That's the outside linebacker on the Will side, Sam Roper, 5'9", 165, and a junior. Young man who likes math and is part of the Spanish club.
The Irish came up with a little game from the secondary. You saw the linebacker, Sam Roper, number 8, stuck in the hole right there. No blockers available. Randy, a huge 2nd and long situation for the Irish.
Danflus is widest to the top now. 1 back, along with the 2 wings. A man in motion. He gets the handoff. Little bobble that time. And still a gain on the play. Some positive yardage. Nearly a disaster for the Eagles. And that's Cox on the carry that time as Alex tried to turn the corner. A young man who likes math, music, and part of the National Honor Society picks up a couple.
Just a little bit of a mistake there, and it just slowed the play down long enough for Dublin to be able to catch up. The Irish were able to come up and make the play. Eagles faced with a 3rd and long, Randy. This is not built for their offense.
Let's see if the Irish come on defense. Again, they play that 4-3-4. Starters return on defense. D-line is coming along. We've seen that here the first couple of weeks. From the 50. Quick pop, looking, dumping, pass, underthrown. Muter trying to hit Burton coming out of the backfield, and it'll be a 4th down and 8. We got to think a punting situation now for the Eagles.
Now, pretty well covered again. Sam Roper, the linebacker, had the responsibility, the back coming out of the backfield. Good coverage. And remember, we had a punt return for a touchdown a week ago. They put a little bit of pressure.
Jalen Ware is back deep now inside the 15-yard line. So they change it up a little bit. Ware goes back deep. Michael O'Shaughnessy, 39-yard average last week, returning starter. Went to a lot of camps. I know Notre Dame, Ohio State, and Vanderbilt have expressed interest in this young man. Low snap on a hop, but gets it off. Not stylistic, but will trickle out of bounds, so no return at the 36-yard line. 6:52 left to go in the half. Eagles on top of the Irish, 10-7 here on the CW Columbus.
I'm Anna Hines with O'Connor, Achani, and Levy. Catherine's employer denied her serious injury claim twice.
I didn't know where money was coming from. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what to do. O'Connor, Achani, and Levy, they had the resources to fight against the big company. I would recommend O'Connor, Achani, and Levy to anybody. They're the best.
O'Connor, Achani, and Levy, attorneys you know, attorneys you trust.
Will it be you to pursue your passion at Ohio State and Newark?
It's been amazing being able to have the opportunity to do research here.
I've had excellent professors with small class sizes.
I like the fact that I will never have a class that's more than 35 students.
I'm a professor of physics and astronomy here at OSU Newark, and I'm also an astrophysicist with NASA.
And if someone's thinking they want that Ohio State University education, this is a great option.
Schedule a campus visit today.
Kyron Rogers has ignited this Dublin-SCIOTO offense in recent moments here. You take a look at what he's done on the night. In fact, he's got 5 straight completions, Jeff, good for 74 yards, and I think that's one of the reasons why they're back in this contest at 10-7.
Yeah, no question, Andy. Good efficiency by quarterback Kyron Rogers. Got a good start last week, 6 out of 11 for 176 yards, 2 touchdowns, and most importantly, did not turn the ball over.
See number 7, Gabe Owusu Antwi looking on, saying, bring some action my way. 1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Rogers back to throw. Can he keep the string alive? Going long for Thomas downfield, and he doesn't have the football. I thought that was tailor-made at the 20-yard line.
Really interesting, 2 receivers in the area, Randy, where one was running a streak down the sidelines, another down the hash mark, and they kind of molded together, but this ball clearly should have been caught. In my opinion, it kind of floated in the wind, and if anything, Tobias Thomas outran the football. Got to make the correction on the ball. You got to be able to read it and come back and make that catch.
And still had a chance to corral the football. Newhart checks in. He's going to be widest to the bottom of the set. 2 wide each side. Quick pop, pass is complete out across the 40 to the 44-yard line, and that's where the Eagles cut him down that time. It goes to Eric Holsinger, who makes the catch.
We're going to give him the 1st down on the play, and this is just hitting the quick seam. It's like a bubble screen. You know, going to get the ball out quickly on the perimeter. And Eric Holsinger coming in to make the play, gets the 1st down for Dublin-SCIOTO.
He likes engineering, chemical engineering, and computer science. He has committed to go to Bucknell. 1st and 10, quick pop on the out pattern. Pass is complete. Short gain on the play of about 4 as they hit Marty Newhart with the pass. It'll be 2nd down and 6. But again, the outside quick hits, almost their version of running it. Because they tried running inside early on, and it was not effective. They needed to mix the run and the pass. That time they keep it in the middle. Herlick will get up to the 50-yard line, picks up 1. It'll be 3rd down and 5 from there as we're halfway through quarter number 2. Both teams 1-0 on the campaign. We mentioned Dublin-SCIOTO beat up St. Charles last week 57-7, and it was a 31-7 victory for Westerville South, for New Albany over Westerville South last week. So again, they go with a 4 wide out look. And whistle, and actually now they go with 5, and we've got flags on the field. Did they take too long?
There's no time, or excuse me, there's no flag on the play. Timeout, New Albany.
Eagles burn a timeout, 5:43 left to go. They lead 10-7 right here on the CW Columbus.
All 2018 Accord inventory is on clearance for just $249 a month during the Honda Summer Spectacular event. Get an Accord, the North American car of the year, with tons of standard features like Honda Sensing, multi-angle camera, alloy wheels, a turbocharged engine, and built right here in Central Ohio for just $249 a month. Or save thousands with 1.9% financing this week at your Central Ohio Honda dealers.
Oh yeah, I like it.
So how much can you save using their energy efficiency programs? I mean, are we talking real money here?
Oh yeah, check this out. It's a free online energy profile from their website. You just type in some general info about your home and bam.
Oh wow.
Seriously? That much?
That real enough for you? Now that's just an estimate if you use all of them. But they find that when people use one of their energy efficiency programs, they're inclined to try a second and a third one.
I'm in.
Sign me up.
Don't miss the Dr. Pepper halftime show. We'll meet our scholar athletes of the week and hear from both marching bands in the Music Around Marching Band Sound. That is the Dr. Pepper halftime show with Mike Todd coming up in mere moments. Jeff, an entertaining first half so far.
It has been, Randy. Well played by both sides, and I think these are two well-coached football teams. How about Kyron Rogers tonight? We looked at his numbers, but how about the fact that he has 8 completions tonight to 7 different receivers?
Steve Bassford, the stat wizard, as always, with those numbers. 3rd down and 5 from just past midfield, closer to 4. Holsinger in motion. I think we'll get a procedural call here against Dublin SCIOTO. Rob Raymer with the call.
False start. Offense, number 79.
So chalk it up to the Irish and move it back 5. And now a different scenario, 3rd down and 9, closer to 10 yards almost for the first down. I assume that changes the play call here.
It probably does, Randy. Got it on the center that time. Must have flinched with the football up front. And see what Kyron Rogers can do. He's going to need some protection.
Remain the widest to the top with 3 wideouts to that side. Rogers trying to buy some time. Looking, rolling, tough throw to make now. And he's just going to kind of toss it upfield. Rolling to his left like that, running out of real estate. He'll have to throw it backwards almost. And the pass falls incomplete, so it's a punting situation now as the Eagle defense holds, and they'll get the ball back with 5:33 left in the first half.
A good decision by the senior quarterback to just get rid of that football. A little bit of frustration for that offensive line for Dublin SCIOTO coming to the sidelines, but got to execute well in the kicking game. I want to remind everybody in that first kick that Dublin SCIOTO had in this game, a lot of pressure came from New Albany right up the middle. See if they block it better this time.
Crosa back to punt, standing at his own 31-yard line. They pitch from the outside, and nice bounce for the Irish inside the 15, inside the 10, and exit stage right around the 8-yard line. So a fortuitous bounce for Crosa and company, and it'll be first down and more than 90 for the Eagles. Welcome high school football fans from around the country who are watching this game on the Stadium Network. For further and future weekly games and tons of other sports programs, find Stadium over the air, on cable, and on the web and social media, or through a smartphone app. Stadium, it's everywhere. Love to watch it when I go home, Jeff. Watch another college football game and a number of high school football games from around the country. Some great flashback games from Major League Baseball as well, too. See the numbers on Micaiah Burton so far in this contest. 9 carries, 33 yards, and he has accounted for the lone Eagle touchdown.
Whoa, what a big play defensively there.
Right at the 7-yard line, the Irish were waiting. Those eyes were not smiling that time, and Burton paid the price.
Looked like Logan Williams from that middle linebacker spot. 54 comes in to make the play right there. Boom. That is a picture-perfect tackle. Head up, face-to-face. That is a terrific job by middle linebacker Logan Williams.
Last week, 8 solos, 2 assists. Last year, 11 solos and 61 assists. Mark the ball right around the 7-yard line. We'll call it 2nd down and 10 from there.
Looks like we got an equipment issue, maybe some blood on the jersey or something, and looks like New Albany's going to have to substitute a player.
Yep. Checking out of the contest right now will be Connor Cook as a wideout. Looking to the sidelines, Luke Peter. We talked about his transformation to being a quarterback again. Last year, Jeff, just 1 of 7 passing, but an all-league wide receiver with 29 catches, good for 444 yards and 6 touchdowns. His dad played football at New Albany. He had 2 touchdowns against Walnut Ridge in the playoffs last year. Play clock down to 5. Intent to keep it on the ground, take it to the short side of the field, and maybe pick up a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down and long now. Hey fans, every Friday night join host Jay Richardson for AEP Ohio First Scores on Fox 28. Get the scores and highlights from the best high school football games in Central Ohio, including this week's featured game, Hilliard Derby at Hilliard-Davidson. AEP Ohio First Scores kicks off every Friday night at 10:45 on Fox 28. I am going to take Hilliard in that game.
Great crowd here tonight, Randy, and especially looking across the way, the fans from New Albany coming all the way across 270 to be here at SCIOTO tonight. They've done a great job supporting their program.
I'll tell you why he's sucking up in just a second. 3rd down and 9. Muter rolling to his right, looking, gunning downfield. Pass is complete. Short gain. Can they get enough to get it to the sticks? Nice little adjustment by peeking to the sidelines and coming back in to make the catch, and they've got the 1st down as the reception goes to Reed Hall. Jeff is a happy man tonight because the drive was all of 4 minutes for him to get here tonight.
You know, sure, tackling in the open field is one of those things that's very difficult. You're going to watch here a really good linebacker, and Sam Roper had him stopped about 3 or 4 yards short. And that's just a great effort by the offensive player. One of the toughest things for a linebacker to do, make that play in the open field.
Reed Hall had 2 carries for 7 yards last week, makes the catch and moves the sticks now for the Eagles. 3:48 left to go, 1st down. They readjust. And they'll keep it on the ground to the wide side of the field, and they cut it inside, and not a whole lot there. Holsinger makes the hit. I thought for a second that if Hall takes it wider, if he gets one more block, he's got a chance, but Holsinger did a good job of darting through there to make the hit on the play.
There's Holsinger, got one of those mean-looking mouth guards that shows the teeth on the outside.
He's a regional finalist in the 100 and 200 meters in track, a 10.9 and a 21.9 respectively. His sister is a regional finalist on the track team as well. 2nd down play. Keep it on the ground off the right-hand side to the far hash, and Burton gets up to maybe the 22-yard line. It'll be 3rd down from there with just about 3 minutes left to go in the 1st half. So it'll be 3rd down, and they're going to mark the ball right around the 22-yard line. So they need just more than 5 now for 1st down. Do you put it up here if you're the Eagles?
I think you have to. I mean, this is a pretty stout defense right now for Dublin SCIOTO. They've made some adjustments. Luke Muter, 3 out of 4 passing tonight. Got single coverage.
Going to keep it on the ground, and they are going to get it on the 2nd effort. They had him stood up at the line of scrimmage, but a good job that time of Micaiah Burton being a pinball. He just bounced off the bumper, came through, and is going to move the sticks out to the 29-yard line with 2:28 left to go.
Really good blocking up front again, but this is a young man that's got a high motor. Look at him keeping those legs going. Keeps moving in the right direction, north and south, and that's a pretty good running back in Micaiah Burton.
You said high motor. Ironically, he got by a Jet Gibson to get the 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line with a single wing look now this time. To the bottom of the formation, looking long downfield, putting it up, and the pass goes to Ackley. In stride, makes the catch inside the 35-yard line. What a touch that time by Muter to Ackley, who makes the catch all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Boy, how good is that throw? Tobias Thomas has got the coverage pretty decent, got some separation, but you got to give a lot of credit to Luke Muter for putting that ball up in the air, putting some air underneath it, and letting his receiver catch and go.
Gain of 38 last week. Ackley 2 catches, 15 yards. Muter to dump underneath. As Burton, can he get away? Micaiah Wrestled down right at the 30-yard line along the far side of the field. 1:44 left to go. New Albany's burned a timeout, so unofficially they have 2 remaining with 1:40 left to go. Not quite in field goal range for Mr. Rogers, but pretty close. I'd say his range is about 40. Double wing look again now with 1 wide to the bottom. Booting is Muter. Looking across the middle in traffic. Pass incomplete. Looking for Gerd, the tight end. Pass maybe a little late getting there and floated just a little bit as well.
Boy, is that a dangerous pass to be throwing, Randy. You got the quarterback coming to the left-hand side. Then you're, by design, having him stop and throw the ball back across the formation. I mean, you talk about pick sixes, and poor Patrick Gerd, the tight end, did his best job on trying to catch the football, but also be able to return for another play.
Well, obviously you'd like the first down here, but Jeff, if you can get a few yards, perhaps you can get into the range then of Grant Rogers for an attempt for 3. That's what they're going to try to do, and maybe even center up the football. Although actually it's only going to move in a couple of yards from the hash. Burton will get it down to around the 28-yard line. Let's see if they drain as much clock as they possibly can. And I don't know, you're in a situation here where you might contemplate going for it on 4th down.
I think you do. You're 45 yards out from a field goal standpoint, Randy. So I think you rely on your running game is what they have relied upon here. You can see the coaches over there. If you can read lips, you can figure out the play.
There's Bubba Kidwell marching down the sidelines. I knew him when he was a quarterback at Gahanna. I mean, it's just all these guys are getting older, Jeff, and you and I are staying the same age.
We're staying exactly where we started. We're right there.
4th down and 5, and let's see if the Irish take a timeout. They'll burn the timeout and regroup and figure out what they should do on defense.
Dublin SCIOTO.
The booming voice of your referee, Rob Bramer, for this contest tonight. Your umpire is DJ Loy. That linesman is Aaron Racone. The line judge is Mike Rader. The back judge is David Newman. And the center judge is Chris Myers. Interesting when we talk about a center judge, that's a second person in the offensive backfield, like the referee, although he mirrors the referee on the opposite side. So it's an experiment they're trying in Ohio high school football the last couple of years. Again, we mentioned the officiating crew for tonight. There are the gentlemen, and you know, your referee is normally 15 yards behind the snap and 8 yards wide, responsible for the quarterback, and they see the guard and tackle and that activity up front. The center judge is opposite the ref on the opposite side of the field. Means the ref will probably be on the passing arm side. Center judge key would be the guard, tackle, and the tight end on his side of the snap, and of course watching for low blocks too. So the center judge is the guy at the 41 in the black cap on the near side.
Well, you'd expect Micaiah Burton to be involved in this play, Randy. They need about 6 yards for a first down.
From inside the 28-yard line, and
just another timeout. Interesting.
Double timeout.
Timeout. Dublin SCIOTO, their second timeout of the half.
There was confusion in the secondary. Let's go down to the sidelines, and Mike Todd is standing by with a very special guest from our U.S. Army that he conducted right before the game.
So honored to be joined by Sergeant Kyle Thorpe of the United States Army. Sergeant Thorpe, how long have you been in the Army?
I've been in the Army for 8 years, sir.
What has it meant to you to be a soldier?
Well, it means everything to me. It's my family, you know, there are my brothers that I serve with, and it's done great things for my personal family as well. My wife and I have got to live in some great places and meet some great people, and it's going to be a great career for us.
A lot of young people are watching right now. Maybe they're interested in joining the Army. What can they expect?
What can they expect? In order to join the Army, first you have graduating from high school, and then you take the ASVAB, which is the entrance test to join the military. There's going to be a physical involved, and it's going to be a smooth process and a fun process.
Okay. Now, if we want to learn more about joining the United States Army, where do we go?
To join the Army, you can go to goarmy.com or just get on Google and you can find any recruiting station around the city of Columbus. We're on the east side, west side, north, Westerville, and Delaware.
Well, Sergeant Thorpe, we can't thank you enough for your service to our country. Thank you so much. Sergeant Kyle Thorpe, United States Army.
Quick pop on the 4th down play in the flat. The pass is complete to Gabe Owusu-Antwi, and he finds the opening. Nice little sugar move there.
New Albany.
And gets the first down, Jeff. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. The Eagles will burn the timeout.
Well, what really makes this play work, Randy, is the fact that Muter is looking straight downfield. Look here. Not, and then boom. This play is designed to go out to the left the entire time, but he never took his eyes off the receivers going downfield. So every one of the defensive backs think that play is going downfield, and then at the last second, he pops it out and finds his receiver on the outside to come up with the big play. Wow.
So Gabe Owusu-Antwi makes the catch. Young man who likes English and listening to music, sweet music for Eagle fans. And ironically, we talk about their running game. It's a couple big pass plays that have set up this drive. The long pass to Ackley, perfectly thrown by Muter, and now that pass play on a 4th down keeps the drive alive. You have to be judicious now, though, if you're New Albany. You may like to run, but you only have unofficially 1 timeout remaining. And in fact, each squad has 1 timeout left with 30.8 left to go here in the first half. So do you run? Do you throw? Do you roll with an option? We'll see what Muter and company opt to do. The wide side is to the top of the field now. That is where Muter's going to roll. He looks back. He's got a man open the flat. And does he break the plane for the touchdown? They're going to say he's down. Down before he got into the end zone.
Boy, the official right there on top of it. Ball was actually thrown behind the receiver coming out of the backfield. Alex Cox, timeout.
Timeout. New Albany, their last time out of the half.
Take a look. Does Alex Cox break the plane or not?
Watch when the knee goes down. Right there. Really hard to tell. Now we'll get a good shot of it here. Right down on the goal line. I think it was a great call.
That is a good call. He is
really
down
good job.
Just shy of the goal line. So now they burn their final timeout. 19.4 left to go. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from just inside the 1-yard line. So you try the run here, Jeff. If you're not successful, if you can get out of the scrum rapidly enough, you perhaps could spike the ball and set up a 4th down scenario as well, too.
Muter tonight 7 out of 9 throwing for 117 yards.
Not bad for a wide receiver, huh?
I like the idea of putting the ball in the air here on this play, Randy, on 2nd down. You can always come back and run it on your 3rd or 4th down tries. Quick slant, quick pop to one of your receivers. See if you can get the ball in the end zone.
You're not concerned about the traffic there. It's all compressed with only 1 yard plus the 10 yards in the end zone. Tight set, double wing, handed off right up the gut. They push the pile in, and they push it in for the touchdown with 16 seconds left to go. And then it was 16-7. Brody White is going to take it in for the touchdown.
On the back of their jerseys, it all says finish. Where their name would be, it says finish. That's exactly what they did with this drive. They finished, and look at the leg drive by the running back. Just charge it. I thought Dublin SCIOTO did a really good job on defense here, but this is just a terrific effort.
Rogers for the extra point. The snap, the kick, it is up, and it is good. And they're playing with the scoreboard. They had the touchdown wrong 2 different times, and now it is correct. It is 17-7. Jeff, you mentioned finish. You know what that stands for? Faith and family. I is for integrity. N is for nobility. I is for initiative. S is for sacrifice. And H is for humility. That's what finish means to New Albany. It's at the end of everything that they write, every release, anything that goes out to the team. At the very bottom, it says finish. And a reminder, next week, Honda's Thursday Night Lights moves on to Grove City High School, where the Greyhounds host the Central Crossing Comets. Well, the Comets are tough, and so are the Greyhounds. Don't miss any of the Southwestern City Schools rivalry game next Thursday, starting at 7 right here on the CW Columbus. The old Jeff Logan cliche, you can throw the records out the window when those two teams get together.
No question. We've always had a great games every time we go to Grove City. A terrific facility down there, south of the Columbus area, and we look forward to seeing Central Crossing and Grove City go at it.
Glad to have you aboard locally on the CW Columbus and nationwide on the Stadium Network. I'm Randy Reinhardt, alongside Jeff Logan, former Buckeye great, and down along the sidelines, Mike Todd, who's great at everything. Rogers has it teed up far hash at the 40. 16 ticks left to go. SCIOTO with 1 timeout. They'll squib it along the ground. Will it make it into the end zone? It does. Just barely, so no time will evaporate off the clock. We'll have a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. Time now to check again your scoring summary, brought to you by WOW. Introducing WOW Whole Home Wi-Fi. Fast internet in every corner of your home. There's your drive. 13 plays and 93 yards. She usurps over 5 minutes off the clock, Jeff. And again, the pass play was the big play on that drive when you look at it for New Albany. The one to Ackley and the one to big number 7 as well, too, Owusu Antwi. So 1st and 10 from the 20. If you're the Irish, do you do anything here?
It doesn't look like they're going to be interested in doing anything but take it into the locker room here, Randy. They're in the huddle formation there. Just take a knee real quick and head for the locker room.
Rogers backs it down. And that should do it for the first half. An exciting first half. And Jeff, surprised by anything you saw in the first 24 minutes of action?
Well, you know, the thing that I found interesting is the adjustments that Dublin SCIOTO made, Randy, in this football game after that opening drive where it looked like New Albany was going to have their way against SCIOTO, be able to run the football right down their throat. But the thing that really surprised me is how well both quarterbacks have played throwing the football. So both Muter and Kyron Rogers have had terrific games so far.
And both teams on defense made the big play when they had to. So at the break, it's 17-7 in favor of New Albany here, leading by 10 at halftime. Our Mike Todd is standing by with the head coach of the Eagles, Bubba Kidwell.
Bubba, the back of your jersey says finish. And that last drive there to finish off the first half was a complete dominating drive. What else did you see during that first half?
Well, we, you know, we got after it a little bit at the beginning, but then we kind of let our guard down a little bit. But that drive, I think it was about 90 yards right at the end of the half, and that was huge. And we get the ball coming out in the second half, so that's huge for us.
What's the message to your team at halftime?
The message to our team is just coming out and playing hard and taking it one play at a time and set to play New Albany football.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck during the second half. Guys, back to you.
Week 10 intensity in week number 2. The Dr. Pepper halftime show just around the corner. At the break, New Albany leads Dublin SCIOTO 17-7. This is Honda's Thursday Night Lights presented by Columbus State Community College, right here on the CW Columbus and the Stadium Network.
This fall, get to know the Johnsons.
How about I give you $100?
No, 200. And you agree not to have any more children.
Okay, that's a decision I have. No.
A traditional family.
I'm here to help. You're not Mom.
Where's Mom?
And an unconventional comedy.
I think you look good for your age, Dad.
40's not bad, right?
You're only 40? Good Lord, you've lived a hard life.
Blackish. Weeknights. Premiere September 17th.
Honda's Thursday Night Lights. Live high school football. Thursday at 7, only on the CW Columbus. Brought to you in part by the U.S. Army and WOW Whole Home Wi-Fi.
All pilots are marked with clearance savings, just $329 a month. During the Honda Summer Spectacular event, drive pilots for $329 a month or save thousands with 0.9% financing. KBB.com's best buy of the year with seating for 8 standard, only $329 a month or 0.9% financing at your Central Ohio Honda dealers.
Honda, I like it. Oh yeah, I like it.
Summer is rolling out of here, and so are these savings. All WOW Internet-only packages are now $10 off per month for 2 years. But when summer's over, so is this sale. So switch to WOW today and save.
Columbus Crew SC is back at Mapfre Stadium.
Are you kidding?
To take on New York City FC. Don't miss a single minute. Columbus Crew SC versus New York City FC. Saturday at 8 on the CW Columbus.
You are watching the Dr. Pepper halftime show on Thursday Night Lights on the CW Columbus. New Albany leading Dublin SCIOTO by a score of 17-7. It is now time to recognize our Thursday Night Lights Scholar Athletes of the Week.
The CW Columbus is proud to recognize Central Ohio Scholar Athletes. Natalie Huntress is a 3-year varsity letterman for volleyball and basketball at Dublin Scioto High School. Natalie has served on the Principals Advisory Committee and the Dublin ACT Youth Council. Natalie is taking several honors courses and has a 4.1 GPA. Drew Fisher is a 4-year varsity letterman and 2-time captain of the New Albany High School soccer team. Drew has been the executive director of TEDx New Albany and is a member of the National Honor Society. Drew is an AP scholar and has a 4.4 GPA. Congratulations to this week's outstanding scholar athletes.
Very proud of our Scholar Athletes of the Week. My name is Mike Todd. This is the Dr. Pepper Halftime Show. It is now time to enjoy the Music Go Round marching band sound of the New Albany High School Marching Band.
Our next piece, Great Moments in Cinema, is a medley of true space movies by one of the most famous movie music composers of the 20th century, John Williams. Here is the theme from the 1977 blockbuster Star Wars and the 1982 movie E.T., the Extraterrestrial.
Music from 2 films I saw no less than 5 times in the theater when I was a kid. That is the Music Around marching band sound of the New Albany Marching Band. Coming up, more of the Dr. Pepper Halftime Show. This is Thursday Night Lights on the Stadium Network and the CW Columbus.
I'm Corey Vellatine with O'Connor, Chani, and Levy. Janice was seriously injured in 2 car accidents and was treated very badly by her own insurance company.
I didn't know what to do. I never had nothing to do with attorneys or anything, and I called O'Connor, Chani, and Levy. They jumped right in and backed me up and fought for me, and that's the best decision I've ever made.
O'Connor, Chani, and Levy. Attorneys you know, attorneys you trust.
Will it be you to pursue your passion at Ohio State Newark?
It's been amazing being able to have the opportunity to do research here.
I've had excellent professors with small class sizes.
I like the fact that I will never have a class that's more than 35 students.
I'm a professor of physics and astronomy here at OSU Newark, and I'm also an astrophysicist with NASA.
And if someone's thinking they want that Ohio State University education, this is a great option.
Schedule a campus visit today.
The CW Columbus is proud to recognize Central Ohio Scholar athletes. Natalie Huntress is a 3-year varsity letterman for volleyball and basketball at Dublin Scioto High School. Natalie is taking several honors courses and has a 4.1 GPA. Drew Fisher is a 4-year varsity letterman and 2-time captain of the New Albany High School soccer team. Drew is an AP scholar and has a 4.4 GPA. Congratulations to this week's outstanding scholar athletes.
Seems like you gotta buy stuff to be energy efficient, and well, I'm kind of cheap.
Let's be real, there is a little investment. But AEP Ohio has lots of ways to help on their website. There's a program where you get paid and they cart away that old energy-hogging fridge.
I've heard about that one.
There's some nice rebates on Energy Star certified appliances and smart thermostats. And they also offer instant discounts on LED bulbs at lots of stores.
They're getting a lot cheaper than they used to be.
And so am I.
Attention, do you have Medicare? Do you want to make sure you have the most benefits and lowest possible out-of-pocket costs? You may be able to lower your out-of-pocket costs and get dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage included in your plan. Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline now to find out what you deserve.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Over 3 million people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. But there are still many people who don't check to see if they're eligible for more benefits and lower out-of-pocket costs. It's so easy. One simple free call could save you money and get you more benefits. Be smart. Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline now.
Call now to see if you may be eligible to lower your copays and get extra benefits, including dental and prescription coverage. Don't delay. Call to see if you're able to save money and get more benefits now. Call 1-800-562-2700 now. Again, call 1-800-562-2700 now.
You are watching the Dr. Pepper Halftime Show on Thursday Night Lights on Stadium Network and the CW Columbus. Dublin Scioto trailing New Albany by a score of 17-7. Before the game tonight, it was an absolute honor of mine to speak to one of the members of the United States Navy. We are so honored to be joined by a member of the United States Navy. This is Petty Officer Jose Rubio. He's a recruiter for the United States Navy. And that'll be my first question to you, Petty Officer Rubio. If there's a young person who's interested in finding a little bit more about the Navy and they want to join, what are some of the things that they can expect?
Well, if they want to learn more about the Navy, there's definitely a couple different resources that we have, Navy.com being one of those. If they want to speak local to a local recruiter, they can find a recruiter using a tool right there on the website itself. For some of the members that are around the area, that definitely can help those individuals by giving them information based on boot camp experience or what we call recruit training, as well as any opportunities they have outside with any career. So they can definitely do a little bit more research one-on-one with the recruiter, and that's what we kind of do here, is fill in the gaps between the internet to what they can actually expect in real life.
Now, what has the Navy meant to you?
Oh, the Navy's, it's family. It's a whole different organization. You know, it's definitely brought me a little bit more closer to everybody else and given me a lot of opportunity, essentially. So it's definitely, it means a whole lot to me. And without it, I'd be nothing.
Now, you're here in Central Ohio, but originally from Houston, Texas, and I know once you head back down to the Lone Star State, you want to pay it forward a little back down in that community.
Absolutely. Something with a nonprofit. You know, recruiters can be everywhere, but not everywhere at once, and it takes a lot of the civilian population, a lot of other people to help get people influenced on what the Navy can really bring to them. So I plan on bringing this back home to my town of Houston and helping pay it forward that way. So even after recruiting, I plan on doing this until I die.
Now, once again, if someone wants to know more about the Navy, where should they go?
If they want to learn more about the Navy, they can visit www.navy.com and find a local recruiter that way.
Petty Officer Jose Rubio of the United States Navy, an absolute honor to speak to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure to speak to a member of the United States Armed Services. Well, now, under the direction of Director James Gray, it is my absolute honor to let you listen to the music around marching band sound of the Dublin Scioto Marching Band.
And now, Dublin Scioto Irish Marching Band presents Paradise.
The field commander is Sarah Krejci. They are the Dublin SCIOTO Marching Band. That is the Music Around Marching Band sound. Coming up next, more of the Dr. Pepper Halftime Show. You are watching Thursday Night Lights on Stadium Network and the CW Columbus.
From the creators of Dr. Pepper comes the story of a town where every day is Saturday and everyone is a fan. And this fall comes the most dramatic season I can feel it of their lives. What is it?
New neighbor, Sheriff.
We're Batman.
Everyone wants that trophy.
Are you kidding me?
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville, kicking off this fall.
When you're hurt in a car accident, you want someone with a winning reputation who doesn't back down.
A reputation for fighting insurance companies.
A winner. That's the reputation of Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick.
One call does it all. We make things happen. We will deal with the insurance company, get your medical bills paid, and get the money you deserve.
The insurance company fights against you. The attorneys at K&R fight for you.
Hurt in a car? Call K&R. The law firm with a winning reputation. Call 1-800-HURT-NOW.
Honda's Thursday Night Lights.
I'm about that hustle. I'm about that grind. I'm about that struggle. I'm about that shine.
Central Ohio Honda dealers are proud to support high school sports in our community. Catch all the live action all season long.
Let's go.
Only on the CW Columbus.
You gotta go get it.
Honda's Thursday Night Lights. Thursday at 7 on the CW Columbus.
We've got you covered in Grove City, prepared in Lancaster, safe in Upper Arlington. No matter where you call home,
in Hilliard,
in Obetz, in Delaware too.
we're on your side.
Your neighborhood, your weather. ABC 6 First Warning Weather is on your side.
Life could be a dream. I could take you up and
Happiness is powerful flea and tick protection from NexGard. NexGard kills both fleas and ticks all month long. And it comes in an easy-to-give, tasty chew. So you'll be happy you're keeping your dog protected with NexGard. No wonder it's the #1 choice of vets for their dogs and yours. See your veterinarian for more information on flea and tick protection you and your dog will love. NexGard, the vet's #1 choice.
So Rallies and Checkers is doing small, medium, or large drinks for only $1. Just like McDonald's, right? Check this. A small at McDonald's, a small at Rallies and Checkers. Need a little more convincing? McDonald's, Rallies and Checkers. One more time for the people in the back. Them, us. Looks like you just get more at Rallies and Checkers. Right now you can get any small, medium, or large drink for just $1. Rallies and Checkers. Fast foodies know the deal.
My son is learning the tuba, and my daughter plays the drums, and my dying fridge is louder than both of them.
Well, this doesn't sound good.
Have you thought about a Whirlpool refrigerator? There are a lot of great deals with our Labor Day sale.
Yeah?
Yeah, the side-by-side would be perfect for a family, and it's under $1,000.
Oh, that's so much less than a tuba.
Sounds like she's happy.
Wow, tubas are expensive.
Well, tubas are just like a...
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Price comparison. You're getting a way better deal with the fridge.
Welcome back. We're at halftime where New Albany leads Dublin SCIOTO 17-7 here on Thursday Night Lights. We're high atop Dublin SCIOTO High School. Randy Reinhardt, Jeff Logan, glad to have you aboard for week number 2 of high school football action. Let's take a look at the highlights from the first 2 quarters of action. A lot of fun in this contest, and it was New Albany that got it going early in this contest as Micaiah Burton will take it in, Jeff, from 2 yards out for the touchdown.
Well, Randy, this capped a terrific drive where it was just run down the throat of this defense. And if Dublin SCIOTO doesn't make an adjustment, they're in trouble.
Then Luke Muter, the quarterback, 32 yards to the tight end, Patrick Gerd.
Yeah, this is a great run and catch. And, Randy, this ends up setting up another long drive that ends up in a field goal stop. And here you see the great play by the defense of Dublin SCIOTO. And this forced New Albany to have to kick a field goal.
Meanwhile, the Irish found their offense. Rogers finds Tobias Thomas for 36 yards and a touchdown, and they're on the board.
A good post pattern right over the middle, and both quarterbacks playing very good in the first half.
Then Luke Muter with 2 long passes. This one to Peter Ackley for 38 yards and a first down. And then they keep the drive alive by hitting Gabe Owusu-Antwi on a 4th down play.
Another great job by Muter looking off the receiver and finding him open in the wide flat and able to make the play. And Randy, this ends up being a 90-yard drive for a final touchdown with just seconds remaining in the game.
And White with the touchdown to make it 17-7. The numbers from the first half, and look at the balance for New Albany. 117 passing, 91 rushing.
Well, that's pretty amazing that they were able to throw the ball like that. The thing that's got to be of concern to Carl Johnson and SCIOTO, only 20 yards rushing. Both teams without a turnover. This is the kind of football I'd like to watch.
And Jeff, we had 15 receptions in the first half by 14 different receivers. Talking about sharing the wealth. They've done that here in the first 24 minutes.
Well, they always talk about how do you keep all these receivers and running backs happy. You just keep giving them the football. But to do it that effectively, to get everybody involved, everybody's happy. Even the moms in the stands are happy with those numbers.
Of course, this game every weekend, just one that we have throughout the country. Every week, Thursday Night Lights, Friday Night Lights is all around the country with great games and great moments. Let's scan the country from the great plays of last week in high school football.
Great Clips presents great moments from across the country.
Nice night for high school football in August. Friday night rival season underway, fielded on the 5. Some running room right up the middle. Red Bank Baptist kickoff down the near sideline. Wow, I don't see a flag. What a way to begin the season.
The touchdowns in this game. It'll look at a big defensive play there.
Alive and well. Here's a throw across the middle. The catch is made, and it's into the end zone. Touchdown. Naseem Harrison with 3 seconds to go in the ball game.
3rd down and long. Legoff firing for the end zone. He's got Nakua. Got it.
Did he get a foot in or not? Yes, he did. His ability to make a basketball move, go up, high point the ball, and come down to get a foot in.
Coach, I heard your staff talking a lot about intensity and picking that up during the first half. What did you address in the locker room at halftime?
Well, it's the kind of ball game that we knew it would be. They're a good football team. We got ourselves back in it. They made a great 2-minute drive with a couple big plays. We're able to punch it in and get a score, and we just got to keep fighting. What I want to see our guys do is keep fighting. Are we going to fight to the finish to get ourselves back in the game and get a W?
All right, Coach, appreciate it. Good luck.
A second half awaits us. Should be a great one here in week number 2. New Albany leads Dublin SCIOTO 17-7. This is Honda's Thursday Night Lights, presented by Columbus State Community College on the CW Columbus and the Stadium Network.
If you were hurt in a car accident, call 1-800-HURT-NOW. We can help you get the money you deserve.
Hurt in a car? Call K&R.
Call Kissling, Nestaco, and Reddick at 1-800-HURT-NOW. That's 1-800-HURT-NOW.
Honda, I like it.
All 2018 Civic inventory is on clearance for $189 a month during the Honda Summer Spectacular event. All Civics are on clearance, just $189 a month, or save thousands with 0.9% financing. KBB.com's best buy of the year for less than the competition. Civics on clearance for $189 or 0.9% at your Central Ohio Honda dealers.
Honda, I like it. Oh yeah, I like it.
Summer is rolling out of here, and so are these savings. All WOW Internet-only packages are now $10 off per month for 2 years. But when summer's over, so is this sale. So switch to WOW today and save.
Will it be you to pursue your passion at Ohio State Newark?
It's been amazing being able to have the opportunity to do research here.
I've had excellent professors with small class sizes.
I like the fact that I will never have a class that's more than 35 students.
I'm a professor of physics and astronomy here at OSU Newark, and I'm also an astrophysicist with NASA.
And if someone's thinking they want that Ohio State University education, this is a great option.
Schedule a campus visit today.
Your morning
mornings are slammed.
But we're here to make them more enjoyable.
When there's a pileup, we help you get around it.
There's not a severe weather event we can't handle.
It's everything you need
To start your day right.
Good Day Columbus tomorrow on ABC 6 and Fox 28.
Did you know energy efficiency can improve the health of your community?
How so? Is it better for the environment?
Yes, it is more environmentally friendly. And check this out. When a hospital becomes Energy Star certified, it can save around $3,000 per bed per year.
That's kind of a big deal.
They can hire more staff, buy more equipment. Bingo, they can put that savings toward improved patient care. There is a lot energy efficiency can do for the common good.
Sounds like it. I feel good about that.
Yep.
Get an education that pays. Degrees in healthcare are available now at Central Ohio Technical College.
The program at COTC gave me the opportunity to think outside the box and apply the things that I learned in school to different situations.
If you're willing to give 100%, the instructors and professors are willing to give 100% back at you to make sure that you succeed in your program.
Apply today at cotc.edu.
Hurt in a car? Call KNR. Call Kissling, Nestico, and Redding.
After the accident, I had a lot of medical bills. I needed advice.
If you are looking for experienced lawyers to represent you, call Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick at 1-800-HURT-NOW.
Hi, this is Bradley McDougall, graduate of Dublin-Sided High School. I want to wish my school the best of luck Thursday Night Lights. Go Irish!
And welcome back to Dublin-Sided High School, just about ready for the start of the second half. Remember, New Albany won the toss but deferred, so the Eagles going from right to left receive the kick to start the second half. Jeff, what are you watching for early in quarter number 3?
Well, I'll be curious to see if Dublin-Scioto can keep up the defensive pressure they have put on New Albany. And on the other flip side of that, New Albany's got to reestablish itself in the running game.
Croso with a high short kick, but we've got a flag on the field as we start the second half. So we'll start this out. Rob Raymer is our referee for this contest tonight.
Indication, dead ball, false start on the Irish.
And the false start call going to go against the Irish, so we'll march it back 5. They'll kick it off from the 35-yard line. We mentioned the fact that they shared the wealth with the football in the first half as 14 guys caught 15 completed passes. Individual stats, Burton had 13 carries for New Albany for 46 yards and a touchdown.
Interesting strategy to come out here and pooch kick here, Randy, the first kick, and really allow New Albany to have terrific field position.
Rogers, by the way, leading carrier for Scioto. He was just picking up 5 yards on 2 carries. So Croson now tees it up from the 35. You go longer this time?
That'll be interesting. He's taking a little bit deeper step here. Let's see if he's going to kick it deep.
4-year starter has it teed up at the 35, and second half of week number 2 of Thursday Night Lights underway. The return is going to start from the 11-yard line for the Eagles. Owusu Antwi up to the 30, and Gabe all the way up, extends to near the 37-yard line. So returns it some 26 yards in good field position for the Eagles to start the second half of this one. 8 seconds in. Mike Todd down along the sidelines. He'll keep us up to date on all the stories down there in the second half. I'm Randy Reinhardt, year number 36. Jeff Logan and I have been together for more than 20 years, the former Buckeye great. We call him the football professor. And here are the numbers on Luke Muter in the first half. Very efficient throwing the football.
Well, good numbers there. And Randy, when you look at his 7 completions for 117 yards, they're not just dinking and dunking. They're making some big plays.
Burton alone back, the 2 wings to either side. And the handoff in stride, trying to turn the corner. Number 4, that is Kingston Mabata, and he gets a nice gain on a first down play. That's something they were able to do with Mabata early in the contest, then mixed it up a little bit offensively, and the Eagles driving early here in quarter number 3. Resetting both teams 1-0 on the campaign, both with convincing victories. And both play in the OCC, but different divisions of this mega league that we have here in Central Ohio. One plays in the Capitol, the other in the Cardinal. A gain of nearly 10, we'll call it 9. They need 1 from the 45-yard line. And Muter on the keeper that time. And was that by design, or did something go
bobble
amiss?
Snap. Bobble snap back there, Randy. Miss the entire play from a standpoint of quarterback catching the football. Watch here. Here it comes back, and you can see the exchange just between the quarterback and the center, not connecting.
Grayson Yannick, the big senior center, 6'1", 245 in there. A little difficulty just exchanging, but again, that's the responsibility of the quarterback. Remain in there until you have total control of that football.
Looked like Mabata was waiting for the football, so it'll be third down now and a long 3 instead. And Kingston will turn the corner. Does he get the first down? I think he does, out to the 47 before he's whipped down. You know, let's go back to the center situation. You're talking about Grayson Yannick. New Albany, I think, has had 5 All-State centers in the last 15 years. So you understand how crucial that position is. And Yannick, yet another great one to have up front.
Watch the pursuit here by Eric Holsinger and Pete Herlick coming up to make the play. Number 2 and number 7. Looked like he might have gotten a little hand up there around the helmet, but no penalty for a face mask call. And Randy, a big first down for New Albany. They wanted to come out and establish that running game. That's exactly what they've done here at the beginning of the half.
Dan Flus is wide to the top. They go with that double wing look, if you will, to start a first down play. Cox in motion. It'll be Burton on the delay. Micaiah across midfield down to maybe the 49-yard line where he's knocked down. Good pursuit by the Irish. Among those helping to make the hit on the play is Jeremy Chapman. Chapman last week, 2 solos, 1 assist. He likes history, lacrosse. He likes giving back to the community. You also see the strong play of the outside linebacker there, number 8, Sam Roper, who's been on the strong side of things for the last couple of weeks. He plays on the weak side, but this is a guy that will float to the strong side of the formation too. Great recovery speed too, in a person like Sam Roper. So second down now. So pick up 4. Anything to the near side? The answer would be no, as Herlick is waiting for him as he tries to turn the corner. Nothing for Cox that time. They'll lose a couple.
Once again, Pete Herlick coming up to make that play. Herlick is the guy we thought we'd see a lot of on offense tonight running the football, but they have not been able to establish the run. But Herlick is making his presence known on the defensive side, coming up from that free safety position.
And now they're going to need 8 on third down back at their own 49-yard line. Muter has been able to spread the wealth around, as we mentioned, with the receivers and the tight end. Is it Gerd time, or do they keep it on the ground here on a third down and 8? Muter wants to throw. He looks, rolls, has some room. He's going to tuck and he turn and get the first down. He cannot. He's whipped down and around the 47-yard line. Was that a horse collar along the far side?
Looks like it, Randy. I thought it was a pretty good open field tackle, but anytime you get your hands up inside that shoulder pad area, they're going to throw the flag, and this is, again, basically for safety more than anything else.
Rob Bramer is our referee, conferring along the far side of the field. The flag resting right around that 47-yard line. Take a look at the play right after we get the call. Rob Bramer still conferring right now. Remember, we have a 6-man crew tonight, as we mentioned. We have a center judge as well. Here's what Rob has to say about that prior play.
We have personal foul, horse collar tackle against the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
I like the idea that they were talking it out, making sure they got the right call. Let's see if he does get it up there. Looks like he's got the jersey. Randy, I'm not going to be the guy that makes the decision as to whether or not that's horse collar or not, but it looked like a lot of jersey to me and not necessarily the shoulder pad area. But, you know, again, we've got the benefit of this replay.
Looked like he grabbed the middle of the back of the jersey. First and 10 from the 33-yard line. Burton looking to the short side, has an opening inside the 25, stays on his feet inside the 20, inside the 15, and never goes down. And has enough for another Eagle first down. There's a guy with a low center of gravity that time in that play, and Micaiah Burton just found the gap to the short side. It would not be knocked over.
You talk about swings of emotions in football games. You get a call like that that flips the down to first down, and all of a sudden you get Micaiah Burton out with another big run in this game.
Picks up 21, first and 10 from the 12 now for the Eagles. You can see that Burton now approaching 75 yards, 15 carries, and he has scored once in this game from 2 yards out. Play clock is down to 8. The Eagles are going to have to hurry. They have the benefit of having the play clock in the end zone right in front of them, down to 2-1. They'll have to take a timeout.
That's the experience of Luke Muter, getting up there and taking that timeout, not putting his team in a bad situation.
New Albany, their first time out of the half.
They take a break. We'll take one too. 17-7, New Albany over Dublin SCIOTO. This is Honda's Thursday Night Lights on the CW Columbus.
Employee of the Year, Anna.
Progress is in the pursuit. Audi will cover your first month's lease payment on select models during the Summer of Audi sales event.
When I defy assumptions, change happens.
When I defy divisions, hope happens.
When I defy judgments, love happens.
We are open to all, because that's when everything can happen.
We are open to all,
because we defy not to be.
Fans at the start of the fourth quarter will go back down to the sidelines for the Ohio State University at Newark Educator Spotlight. Our Mike Todd will be interviewing Principal Bob Scott of Dublin Scioto High School. Stick around for that and for another great quarter of OCC football action. It's been fun. It has not been boring with this contest, with these two teams slugging it out. New Albany trying to make a statement, though, up by 10 early in the third. And they have a 1st and 10 as they burn their first of 3 timeouts in the second half. With Burton on a wing to the bottom. Now he's in motion. He's going to get the handoff and go to the short side again. Cut it back inside. Well, he's got incredible field vision. You can see that, Jeff. Near the sidelines, he saw the gap and got what he could on the play.
Boy, look at him giving that. He gets out there in that area, Randy, and he's got the ability to sugar shake it and set people up and then explode out of those moves. Watch here, giving you a little bit of this and that. Nothing to grab, and he continues to cut back against the grain and gets it down to about the 6-yard line.
A different number, but all the talent and shake and bake of one Jeff Logan in his playing days. Second down, and they need 4 from the 6-yard line. Looking, Muter wants to throw, has his man, and drops the football at the goal line. Ball was there for Micaiah Burton at the goal line. It'll be 3rd down and 4 from the 6 now.
Micaiah Burton just not ready to catch that football, and that play was rushed. Quarterback had to get rid of it a little bit sooner than what he wanted, and you can see here Micaiah Burton just takes his head off the football, takes his eyes away, and that's really frustrating for that young man. That had a touchdown written all over it.
So it's 3rd down now. They need 4 from the 6. Ackley goes to the top. A wing to either side.
This is where Dublin Scioto bowed their neck in the first half.
And cutting and finding a gap and not getting the touchdown, but perhaps Cox has a 1st and goal inside the 2. We'll see where Alex is marked with his forward progress. And there's a flag now tossed at the 16-yard line.
Pushing and shoving going on after the play was over, well away from the play. See if this goes as personal foul misconduct against both sides, or they picked one or the other.
Rob Raymer getting the information right now.
Looks to me like, Randy, the ball is far enough for the 1st down regardless.
It's inside the 2, so you had to be 1st and goal. Rob, what do you got down there?
First of all, we have a 1st down. Dead ball, personal foul, defense. Half the distance to the goal, 1st down.
So it's on the D. So breathe on the football. It's that close. Take a look one more time at Cox. Nice cut. Nearly lost his balance with that right ankle and then churns inside the 2. That's where he needed to get to move the sticks. So the ball goes from inside the 2 to touching the 1 graphically, and now visually you can see that. 1st and goal from there.
Great pictures again, as always, from our fabulous crew here on the CW.
And the handoff coming around and spinning. Do they break the plane? I don't think they get in. No, it'll be 2nd down and goal.
Great effort again by Dublin Scioto. Yeah, this is where Carl Johnson challenges his football team. Those defensive coaches are challenging their team to toughen up, and you know, you got to win these home games. And if you're going to win home games, you got to make big plays like this. Hold them to a field goal.
Micaiah Burton back to the line of scrimmage. Basically 2nd down and goal from the 1. 8:14 left to go. Play clock now down to 12.
I doubt you'll see anything fancy here. Right up the middle.
Is it number 2 in there again? Bingo. It worked before. And has it worked again? They have to unsort the pile. Yes, touchdown. Brody White takes it in for the touchdown. Add 6 more to the board, and then it's 23-7. Good handoff to me there, Jeff, when you mentioned keep it simple. And I remember what White did in the first half and watched number 2 just churn, keep the forward progress. Has that lean going, and by the time there's contact, he's a yard into the end zone.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, you got to give a lot of credit to that offensive line. They did a really good job of moving people out right in the middle. Looked like Andrew Kauchek was in there moving people out, 76. Good effort by that offensive line.
Rogers with the extra point. It is up, and it is good. And now the margin, 17. Well, his name is Muter, but Luke has made a lot of noise tonight for New Albany. His team leads 24-7 here out of CW Columbus.
I'm Corey Britt with O'Connor, Achani, and Levy. Amber, who was only 6 years old at the time, was seriously hurt in a car accident.
I needed somebody to look out for the best interest of myself and my daughter, and O'Connor, Chani, and Levy did that for us. They were not giving up until my daughter Amber was taken care of. The financial part of it will tremendously help Amber's future thanks to O'Connor, Chani, and Levy.
O'Connor, Achani, and Levy. Attorneys you know, attorneys you trust.
Summer is rolling out of here, and so are these savings. All WOW Internet-only packages are now $10 off per month for 2 years. But when summer's over, so is this sale. So switch to WOW today and save.
By lacing up your shoes, you can be a hero.
Come and take part in the Columbus Police Honor Guard 5K while honoring the lives of fallen officers and their families.
Plus, there will be a 1 mile kids fun run and prizes. Log on for more details.
Well, tonight, Brody White has carried the ball 3 times, Jeff Logan, and he scored 2 touchdowns in this game.
That's pretty efficient. He better go over there and talk to all of his offensive linemen and see if they want a drink of water or anything else on the sidelines, because they really gave him a terrific opportunity of being able to take that ball into the end zone.
They took it 64 yards in less than 4 minutes for the touchdown in 12 plays, and that is your WOW scoring summary. Brought to you by WOW, introducing whole home Wi-Fi. No slow zones, no dead zones, just WOW zones. A lot of wow from the Eagles here in the second half, up by 17 now, but never count out the Irish. Rogers with the boot. This time we'll have a return, and it will start from the 3-yard line. Tobias Thomas right up the gap. Oh, one man to get him at the 35-yard line. A nice return and great field position now for the Irish. 7:53 left to go. Fans, after tonight's game, tune into ABC6 and catch ABC6 News at 11. Tonight's big stories and the impact they could have on your day tomorrow. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Marshall McPeak reveals how the weather will impact your plans. We are ABC6 News, and we are on your side. And we're in the press box at Dublin SCIOTO High School. Randy Reinhardt, Jeff Logan, Steve Bassford, Mike Todd on the sidelines, where it's New Albany up by 17, but we've seen the big play potential of Dublin SCIOTO the last couple of weeks, including the 36-yard touchdown pass to Tobias Thomas. Let's see what they do here. Rogers is going to toss it to the far side. Nice gain. The ball's free, and who's going to get it? And it's covered up by the Irish. Everybody to the far side of the field, and nobody saw the ball initially at the hash mark. And it's recovered by the Irish, and the guy that recovers the football is now limping off the field, and that is Kenyon Pennell. See Hurlick right here.
This Hurlick hasn't had many touches of the football tonight. You can see that ball come out, and a heads-up play recovering the ball, and we've got a player down on the field.
I believe that's Burton. It's down in the secondary.
Micaiah Burton, and it looks like it is a cramping situation. Randy, they're back there.
And we also have Pennell down by the sidelines as well, too. Now, he got perhaps a leg in the back of his leg, too, when he went down to recover the football. It could also be a cramping situation for him as well, too. Micaiah's being stretched out at the 48-yard line, so a player down for both teams. As you look at the stands, by the way, it's Hawaii night, if you're wondering. So
that's where Mike Todd is, isn't he?
He heard there was going to be a luau after the game.
Yeah.
He said, I went to school with luau, I believe. So anyway, just a reminder, OSU fans, a new season of Buckeye football kicks off this weekend when the Oregon State Beavers visit the Shoe for an inside preview. Don't miss the best pregame show around. It's The Football Fever this Saturday at 11, only on ABC 6. So check that one out. Clay Hall and the gang, they do it right.
You think it'll be nice to kind of have football to get a cleansing of the noise in Buckeye Nation?
I think football is the comforter for many people. I want to ask your thoughts about the Buckeyes and Oregon State. How will the Buckeyes handle everything that's gone preseason? And how do you think this team will perform?
Well, it's a real secret because these guys have prepared in total anonymity because there's been total media blackout in their preparation. But I think Ryan Day and the rest of the staff have done a great job getting these guys ready. But it's really going to come down to the performance of Dwayne Haskins at quarterback. This is such a quarterback-driven game, college football now. You got terrific running backs. You're going to have to mix things up a little bit. Dwayne Haskins has got to make good decisions.
They're still stretching out Mr. Burton at the 48-yard line as he's being attended to by the training staff from New Albany. Question I have for you, Jeff, to contemplate in just a second is once you cramp up like that, is it difficult to come back at full speed afterwards?
I don't know that you can come back at all, Randy. I think it's a very difficult situation because, the hydration has gotten you to the point now where your body is starting to shut down and cramp up. And the harder you try and play, the more difficult it can be. Let's see if Micaiah can even make it off the field here.
We'll see if it's sultry next week when Honda's Thursday Night Lights moves to Grove City High School, where the Greyhounds host the Central Crossing Comets. Don't miss any of this Southwestern City Schools rivalry game next Thursday starting at 7 right here on the CW Columbus. I know in the past they've had 15,000 show up for that contest. They are natural rivals in the same school system. Second down and about 5 from the 42-yard line for Rogers and company. Allen going to keep and roll to his left. Can he find a gap? Boy, they did a good job of stretching that out and a good job to undercut and knock him down as he tried to turn the corner, and there was absolutely nothing there.
Loss of about a yard on the play, Randy, and not sure this was designed as a quarterback run from the very beginning. It looks like it's a read option, and that time the read that Kyron Rogers made was not successful. And once again, the ball popping out at the end of a play. You got to have ball security. That's 2 plays in a row where the lemon has come loose.
See Dean Danflus making the big hit, stretching it out. Third down. They're going to lose about a yard on the play. They need about a half dozen. Play clock down to 2. They snap it. Rogers looking. Going long downfield for Pinnell. Can he get there? Pass falls incomplete, just barely overthrown inside the 20. So he looks to be healthy again.
Yeah, I think he's fine. Again, pretty good coverage that time, and Pinnell having a little bit of a difficult time adjusting on the football on those long balls. And you can see defense is good, but the ball just kind of sails over that outside shoulder. And as a receiver, Randy, you cannot expect your quarterback to lay it in there perfectly every time. You've got to be able to make some adjustments downfield. I'm not saying it's easy, but a lot of times a quarterback gets blamed for that. The receiver's got to make some adjustments.
A running back standing up for his quarterback. I like to hear that.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Throws it back, the punt, standing at his own 27-yard line. Good snap this time. A little pressure in the middle there, but he gets it off. It's going to hit at the 27. And Owusu Antwi will scoop it up. Nice cut. Reverses his field and gets it up to around the 22-yard line. Short return on the play. 6:29 left to go. So the Eagles will get it back. We'll see what the status is of one Micaiah Burton here in the third quarter. I want to welcome high school football fans from around the country who are watching this game on the Stadium Network for future weekly games and tons of other sports programs. Find Stadium over the air, on cable, on the web, and social media, or through a smartphone app. Stadium, it is everywhere. Marking officially at the 23-yard line. That's where this drive will start for the Eagles.
Randy, I know every time you talk to a coach before a game, you ask them about their run-pass balance. What do they want to be? And every coach says, well, we're going to do what we're going to do, but we're going to be balanced. New Albany, 40 rushes, 10 passes. That's 80-20 running the football.
It's like my vision. And off the right side, they go up to around the 28-yard line. Historically and ideally, they like to be 60-40 on their mix. Yes, that time, Mabata on the
there's also what you say and what you do. All right. What we'd like to do would be balanced more, but what they do is they bring it at you with a fervor, and that's what New Albany football is all about.
I feel like I'm talking to my father right now.
And I really like that, being a former running back. Keep giving it to the back.
There you go. Second down, halfway home. They need 5 more with the ball touching the 28-yard line. Cox in motion. Alex has got it. Alex has got the 30-yard line and maybe out to the 32. They're going to say he stays inbounds along the far side of the field. Set up a third down and short. But right now, I would think if you're the Eagles, You're flying high, but you'd love to just drain more and more of that clock here in the third quarter.
Keep inching it out. Third down there, Randy. Just keep making first down after first down.
They need one from the 32-yard line. They check in with a play. We talked about Alex Cox in the week that he had last weekend. How about that? 3 touchdowns, 39, 10, and 3 yards. He's on a wing to the bottom right now. Does he get it again? No, it's Mubata who's got it.
Oh,
and
great
I don't think he gets the leverage, and he doesn't get the first down. Good job by the middle of that defense for the Irish to stay at home and push it back. Number 4, one of the guys to get there first. That's Gage Hannon, the outside backer. He cramped up near the end of the St. Charles game last week, but he was staying at home there, and watch him shoot through to help make that hit.
Look at the pressure there, right up the middle. Good job by the defense. Logan Williams in there. Looked like Jeremy Chapman coming in to make the play as well.
So now it'll set up a 4th down and 1.5 for what it's worth. Michael O'Shaughnessy in there to punt. Gets it off. Oh, what a hanging punt this is. Retreating back to the 25-yard line is Tobias Thomas. Can he get away? He cannot. Boy, for a second, he shook loose. And the second effort probably lost him a couple yards, but the Irish get the ball down by 17 with 4:19 left in the third.
I don't know if you noticed, Dublin SCIOTO ran 2 guys off at the tail end of that play, thinking they might have too many on the field. Well, they only had 9 on the field when those 2 guys exited, so it certainly wasn't too many.
Less than is better than greater than when it comes to high school football. This fall, Blackish is coming to the CW Columbus, the family sitcom starring Anthony Anderson and Tracy Ellis Ross. Debuts on Monday, September the 17th. Don't miss Blackish, weeknights at 6 and 6:30 here on the CW Columbus. Of course, he hosts a number of game shows as well, too. I think he hosts To Tell the Truth. I love ABC with the summer that they do with the Gong Show and Pyramid and Match Game. Quick pop and oh, hello. They're going to call that a forward pass, I believe. Pass falls incomplete. I'm telling you what, if that young man looks around, big number 9 on your screen, Jack Sharfie, he would have found the football because it found the back of his shoulder and arm.
I want you to watch one of the Dublin SCIOTO Irish out here kind of blocking Sharfie right there to keep him from intercepting that football. If Zach Bernane doesn't get in his way, that is a pick 6 for Sharfie.
Eagles bluffing the blitz from the outside at the top of the formation. By the way, there's 2 things in football. There's a forward pass and a backward pass. There's no such thing as a lateral in high school football. Hand up. Ooh, and the ball's free. Running back fell down. Ball squirts free at the 21-yard line. And the Eagles have it.
Boy, this has been a mess in the second half for Dublin SCIOTO on the offensive side, Randy. That is 3 times now where they've spit the bit and the ball has come loose. They got away with it the first 2 times. The third time, it's not going to work. There's a bad handoff high. You got to get that ball down low in the pocket. Quarterback's got to look it in and deliver that football. And third time is a charm as far as New Albany is concerned. Big mistake by SCIOTO.
Anthony Walters comes up with a football. Initially, I thought that Anthony Gibson was going to get it, but one way or the other, and Anthony was going to get it, and a New Albany player, and they get the ball in a short field to traverse. 1st and 10 from the 22. Let's see if they can capitalize on a mistake. Muter and company back out there. That's Cox in motion. Handoff, and he'll get it down inside the 20-yard line. That's about it on the play. As Burton is back in there despite the cramping up earlier. Burton, a guy that's looking to get to the century mark. We mentioned last week Alex Cox did it with 17 carries and 108 yards. But last week, Micaiah Burton had 14 carries for 89 yards. That's close to 200. And Jeff, combined, you said they had a great total last year as well, too, did they not?
Exactly. Close to 2,000 yards rushing between those 2 guys. Good 1-2 punch. Both seniors on this football team, along with Luke Muter.
So they pick up 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 from the 20-yard line for New Albany. I mentioned 14 straight seasons, 500 or better. Muter rolling, looking, buying time, gunning, pass incomplete at the 15, and there's a flag on the play.
Call came from
Michael Bowman.
From the back judge. Marty Newhart came up to make the play and said they made contact before the ball got there. It's going to be interference going against Dublin SCIOTO. Here's the call.
Mr. Newman says Mr. Newhart was guilty.
Defensive pass interference, number 8.
They called it on 8, but it looked like to me like 12 came up to make the play. I don't know if we can see that again, see the contact. Here, take a look at it. You're looking from that free safety spot. Ball coming down.
You're right.
Yep. Thought we had it correct.
So the ball is touching the 10. Ergo, it is first and goal from the 10 with 3:23 left to go. So for New Albany, all the pieces of the puzzle coming together. Burton back out there, looking somewhat healthy. They're going to keep it on the ground, go between the tackles, get it inside the 5, the spinning, the churning. Did he make it in for the touchdown? Oh, man. Alex Cox nearly went down at the 3, did the 360, and churns into the end zone for the touchdown. And for Alex Cox, at his 4th touchdown on the campaign, add 6 more to the board.
Well, from what I've seen so far, here is your POG, player of the game. Look at this. That's every coach in America is going to look at this and say, running backs, that's why we do this drill where we put our hand down and we turn and we go. And that is a terrific effort.
Now that's Burton on the touchdown.
By Micaiah Burton.
Burton takes it in for the touchdown. Flags on the extra point. It's always fun to see 26 and 36, but that time it is Burton who takes it in for the score. Rob Bramer.
False start. Offense, number 45.
Well, now your back is up against it if you're the Irish. Down 30-7.
Running back coaches love that drill where you go down and you put one hand down and you have to spin out of it. And it's the worst thing to do to practice. It's just awful to have to go through and practice. You can never figure out why. Then you see it happen in a game like this, and you know it's going to happen for the next 20 years.
Rogers for the PAT. To go 8 for 8. Snap, kick, it is up. It is 31-7. The last time these two teams met in 2016 in the playoffs, New Albany won 31-7. The time prior to that was 2007. SCIOTO won 31-7. And we have 3-1-7 on the board in quarter number 3.
And last week they beat Westerville South 31-7. that is scary. Is there a full moon too tonight?
I think so. 31-7 is the count in this one, and you look ahead for these two teams, and for New Albany next week, they have to take on Licking Heights. That'll be their first home game of the season, and for Dublin SCIOTO, they will hit the road to take on the Big Nut, Big Walnut, taking on the Golden Eagles. Both teams play in Division II, but New Albany is in Division II Region 7, and Dublin SCIOTO now is in Division II Region 8, which basically I call the Cincinnati region. So it'll be interesting to see what happens for the Irish. There is your WOW scoring summary. 2 plays, 22 yards after the turnover. Took less than a minute, and that is courtesy of WOW, introducing whole home Wi-Fi. Fast internet in every corner of your home. There's still time left if you're an Irish fan, but you need to get that offense cranking, and this is where getting your players in space can pay off, because this is a team that can do it. They did it last week. They've done it in prior seasons, and the Dublin SCIOTO starters on offense need to get that working right now. There's the boot, and the return's going to start from the 6-yard line. Up to the 25, maybe the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that offense for Dublin SCIOTO has got to get focused on taking care of the football, Randy. As you mentioned, enough time left. Trailing this game 31-7 because of their big play ability. This team can score fast, but you got to take care of the football. Ball security, number one important thing.
Jalen Ware with about a 21-yard return on the play, so mark it 1st and 10 for the Irish from the 26-yard line. A team that recently has gone to the playoffs in 16, 14, 13, 12, 05, 04, 03, 02, 01. 2 years ago, 8-4. Last year, 5-5. Carl Johnson at 117 and 82 in year number 19 running the Irish program. From the 26, Rogers going to hand it off. And they're fighting and churning for a yard or two, and that's about it. Not a whole lot going on in the middle that time. So they hand it off to number 9, and that's Jordan Penn, as we mentioned, who was ill last week, now coming back in there. But yet another Penn. Let's see, I've seen Justin, Jaden, and now Jordan Penn. Young man that can really accelerate from a dead stop. Rogers back to throw again. Kyron looking and trying to lead his receiver, and who got it? Nobody. He had 2 receivers and 3 DBs in that area there, and the pass falls incomplete. It was almost like, I'll let you catch it. Bermain was there, but it falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. Whole lot of bodies, Jeff, in a short piece of real estate
Yeah,
there.
Randy, decent protection, but you can see the coverage breaking down, and this ball was just kind of thrown up for grabs and not much of an opportunity for Zach Bernane to be able to make the play.
See if it's Thomas time. Nope, across the middle, pass too strong. Looking for Ray to tie it in, so it'll be 4th down and 9 with 2:36 left to go. We knew that New Albany could run the football. The question was, could they mix it up if they had to? The answer is yes. The Eagles have done that tonight. We knew that Dublin Scioto could pass the ball, and they showed the ability to run some against St. Charles, but you don't really know in week 1 when you blow out a team like both of these squads did as to how good your team actually is. Is week 2 the better barometer for squads, or do you wait till week 3?
Well, you look for your biggest improvement from week 1 to week 2 to really see what you're all about, Randy. So I think after week 2 is over, you've got a pretty good feeling for what your football team is and what they can and can't do.
Pressure on. Crosa got it away. Not his best effort, but it's going to take a nice, kind bounce inside the 40, inside the 35, and trickle all the way down to the 26-yard line. So it rolled about an additional 20 yards with 2:24 left to go, and New Albany's going to get the ball back.
We got a flag late, Randy. All the way back here where the kicking was done.
At the 29-yard line.
I don't know if it's a sideline warning or it's going to be a personal foul. Here's the call.
Unsportsmanlike is the call against New Albany.
Wow.
Let's see if it's post-possession. And it is. So New Albany will keep the football but be penalized half the distance to the goal, I would think. Well, the ball was, what, at around the 26? We might go down to about the 13.
I never even saw a New Albany player in the general vicinity of the referee that threw the ball. Or threw the flag, excuse me.
So mark the ball at the 13, Jeff, and that's where the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 with 2:24 left in the 3rd. We talked about some of the keys to victory for New Albany. Let Burton put on a hurting, and he has done that. Look at his numbers, and shut down the lean green speed machine, and they've done that as well too. From the 13. That is Burton around the corner. Micaiah up across the 20. Boy, you got Burton, you've got Cox, you've got Mabata, you've got White in short yardage situation, you got Hall, you got Gerd as a tight end, Ackley with great hands as a wideout. His team offensively is loaded.
Yeah, they're bringing the heat, Randy, and again, that offensive line really doing a great job.
Pusher blocker.
Yeah.
You didn't do that too often, did you?
Do something or get out of the way. The problem was I had Pete Johnson in front of me.
Oh, there you go.
There was no pushing Pete.
No. It's a human wall right there. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. 2:02 left to go. And a whistle. I think we're going to have a timeout on the field. Waiting to see who the timeout is going to be charged
Timeout. New Albany.
Thank you.
Their 2nd timeout of the half.
And that is the case. They have 1 remaining. I have the Irish with their full complement of 3 timeouts remaining. Your neighborhood, your weather. Stay ahead of every storm with help from the weather experts of the ABC6 First Warning Weather Team. Get your personalized forecast tonight by watching ABC6 News at 11 p.m. They do a fabulous job. Now, Jeff, be honest. How long was your drive here? I said 5 minutes. Was it much more than that?
I came from my office. It was not much more than 5 minutes. It was quite enjoyable. I'm a proud resident of Dublin since 1980.
Do they feel the same way?
I hope so. I hope so. Love the people of Dublin. Great crowd here tonight. 3 high schools in Dublin. Obviously, Dublin Scioto here tonight. Dublin Kaufman, which I think has got a really good football team. And, oh, by the way, the little brothers over at Jerome, they're doing pretty good, too. They're looking like they've got some solid football over there.
In future weeks, you'll be going to Grove City, to Taze Valley as well, too. You'll be all over the planet. And Canal Winchester as well. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, and they run right into contact as Burton tried to look for a seam, but he ran right into big number 70. That is Jarrett Marshall. Marshall makes the hit on the play. Like psychology does the 6', 260-pound senior. He psyched him out right at the line of scrimmage. He gains about a foot, 2nd down and almost 10. There's big number 70 on your screen. 6 foot and 260. Did you have guys that size when you were playing?
No.
That was the size of our offensive line combined, I think. And off around the right side, they'll get it up to around the 30-yard line. It'll set up a third down situation as Cox on to carry that.
We talked about this at the onset of the football game, how New Albany was so efficient on first down, Randy. And once again, here they are putting themselves in situations with positive yards early on in the down and distance. Now, 3rd and 5 here. You would think that this is maybe not what they're built for. Well, let's see what Luke Muter has up his sleeve here. Wouldn't expect him to throw the football, leading like they are, but they do have a wideout.
But he can roll, too. We've seen that. And he can run the football when need be. Wants to roll, throw, pass complete. Up across the 45 to the 48-yard line.
Micaiah Burton again.
Move the sticks again as Burton comes through with another big play. And the Eagles now can milk the rest of this 3rd quarter and perhaps keep possession into the 4th.
You know, the hard part about a guy like Micaiah Burton coming out of the backfield, Randy, with a team that runs this wing T is you're not paying attention to those guys as receivers. There's so much motion and movement going on in the backfield that you take your eye off your read of having to stay with that guy if he releases to become a pass receiver. Everybody thinks about that one wide receiver, that he would be the only target, and then you hit the back out of the backfield.
Connor Cook checks in as the wideout to the top with the play, with a wing to either side. They'll hand it off and come near side, and they'll get it across midfield, and that's about it. Short gain on the play of perhaps 1 is that time. It is Cox on the carry, and that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. New Albany stepping up a notch in quarter number 3, and they lead by 24 after 3 quarters. Week number 2 of Honda's Thursday Night Lights, presented by Columbus State Community College. Eagles flying high right here on the CW Columbus and the Stadium Network.
Life could be a dream. I could take you up in
Happiness is powerful flea and tick protection from NexGard. NexGard kills both fleas and ticks all month long. And it comes in an easy-to-give, tasty chew. So you'll be happy you're keeping your dog protected with NexGard. No wonder it's the #1 choice of vets for their dogs and yours. See your veterinarian for more information on flea and tick protection you and your dog will love. NexGard, the vet's #1 choice.
It's like 1 minute you're scoring, and the next, other day in the neighborhood, I can get your way out. Billy Baker, varsity coach. Beverly Hills, huh? Come play for me.
I ain't trying to bring you down, but for real, you might as well give up now. Think you got a chance, but I don't see how.
And you can make something of your life beyond just football.
Football is my dream. You may not believe in that dream, but I do.
One thing I taught myself to do, no matter the problem, refuse to lose.
If I had a 10th of your talent, bro, I'd say forget this place and bounce.
Welcome to Beverly Hills. For your life. The path you take now, that's up to you.
For your life. For your life. For your life.
If you're sick, you go to your doctor. If you need a loan, you go to your bank. So if you get injured, don't let a telemarketer give you professional advice. Don't let them tell you what to do. You decide. Telemarketers will mislead and lie to you. It's unethical and it cheats you out of the proper legal representation you deserve. Just say no to telemarketers. Let the professionals at Schiff & Associates do what we do best.
Schiff & Associates. We'll fight for what's right. Call 621-8888.
You are watching Honda's Thursday Night Lights on the CW Columbus, presented by Columbus State Community College, also on the Stadium Network. Happy to be joined by my friend Bob Scott here. He is the principal at Dublin SCIOTO. Just starting the school year, Bob. What are some of the things you're excited about this year?
Oh, it's always fun to get the season rolling. We're thrilled to have Friday or Thursday Night Lights out again 2 years in a row. It's always a good way to get the season rolling, get the student body fired up. A fun beach out tonight. We got a little bit of work left to do here in the 4th quarter, but hopefully we can get things turned around and make this a game.
Let's brag a little bit about Lady Irish basketball, shall we?
Oh, that makes my heart warm. They awesome OCC champs last year. Nothing but grit. A lot of awesome young ladies. Work hard every day. Coach one of the she coach of the year, and she's fantastic. Does a great job with the kids. Love her.
You've been a part of this school off and on for 15 years as a teacher and as an administrator. What makes Dublin-Scioto School so special for you?
What a wonderful community. Oh, man, they're so supportive. We're so lucky. The kids, the diversity, and a teaching staff that's second to none. They love kids. They love watching them learn. We got amazing coaches, phenomenal facilities. Tough to find something not to like here.
All right, Bob, thank you so much for joining us. So happy to be joined by Bob here, a great principal and a great lacrosse coach in his own right as well. Guys, back up to you.
1st and 10 from the 19-yard line, and Burton spinning, churning, fighting outside, getting down to the 10. You know, in the first half, we saw Patrick Gerd catch a pass for 32 yards. At that time, they lull him to sleep. They go back the other way. Gerd goes 30 yards on that reception.
Well, pretty good effort. Again, we mentioned that he is the son of former Ohio State Buckeye Andy Gerd. You can see his frustration there. He had a downfield block that he wanted to finish off a little bit more, and that's just the perfectionist that young man is all about.
Micaiah Burton now 110 yards rushing in this contest. 2nd and 1 from the 10. And if they score again, the 30-point rule would be in effect, and we would have a continuous clock until the Irish could cut it to under 30. Handoff coming around. Different running back in there, getting down to the 10-yard line, and that is Reed Hall, who touched it in the first half, and Hall will get it to the 10. He needed to get it inside the 10. Here's the long pass to Gerd again, where a great job by Muter rolling right and lulling the defense to sleep, going back the other way.
Again, looked off his receiver, and nobody paid attention to the tight end coming out, and there's Gerd with his 2nd catch of the game. Randy, talk about domination. In that 3rd quarter, the Eagles had 107 yards of total offense compared to 2 yards by the Irish.
3rd down and 1. They'll keep it on the ground, and they cannot get the first down. Good job by the defense to stay at home as Burton tried to find the seam to the 9. And Jeff, total offense now, New Albany 315 to 126 for Dublin-Scioto, and Dublin-Scioto has only picked up 22 yards on the ground. Take a look at the defense one more time inside for the Irish, though.
And nothing special here, and that time a really good stop right up the middle, and the defensive stop by Jarrett Marshall.
With help from Kaysen Pfeiffer, but yeah, Marshall's the guy that plugs the hole, and Kaysen finishes it off. So now it's 4th down and still 1, and they're going to go for it, and Muter calls his own number, and I call that the Reggie Bush play when he did that with Matt
Push
Liner.
the pile.
Push the pile. The running back pushes the quarterback forward. Used to be helping runner in the old days when the earth was cooling and we were in the midst of high school football, but they had to get the ball inside the 9-yard line, and indeed they do. So it's 1st and goal New Albany with 9:35 left to go. Both teams 1-0 on the campaign. Bubba Kidwell found out this week his real name is Matthew after 35 years. Didn't know that. His 15th year on the staff. He was an assistant at Darby and Bexley in the past, 45 years of age. 1st and goal from the 8 now. And I'm not sure how Muter got that handoff off there. It looked like the ball was going to bounce around, and still he didn't, because I think the Irish came up with a football. He tried to get the ball and it hit the turf, and then the Irish are going to come up with a football on the turnover. So give it back now to Dublin-Scioto with 9:13 left to go. Watch the ball.
They've had a little bit of difficulty with the center quarterback exchange, and you can see that Muter has no idea where the football is at that point, and he's not going to risk life and limb by diving into the pile by any stretch. But that's the first turnover, if I'm not mistaken, for the Eagles of New Albany.
Right. So now it is 1st and 10 for the Irish. They'll be some 94 yards away with 9:13 left to go. Stranger things have happened. In this contest, they're down 31-7. Dublin-Scioto, we mentioned it, you know, even years have been their good years. 2 years ago, 8-4. 4 years ago, 8-5. 6 years ago, 8-3. They lost to Olentangy 21-17, if I remember correctly, in that game. They were tackled inside the 1-yard line on the 4th down play.
How about this?
Timeout.
So the Irish take a break. We will too. 9:13 left to go. This is Honda's Thursday Night Lights presented by Columbus State Community College on the CW Columbus.
Get an education that pays. Degrees in public services and safety are available now at Central Ohio Technical College.
It's real-world experience. It's close to home. It's affordable.
If I would go into the workforce right after I graduated in COTC, I could be a deputy sheriff, a police officer, bailiff, corrections. There's just a lot that you can do.
I feel confident that the degrees that I'm getting are going to propel me into the career path that I choose.
Apply today at cotc.edu.
This fall, get to know the Johnsons.
How about I give you $100?
No, 200. And you agree not to have any more children.
Okay, that's a decision I have. No.
A traditional family.
I'm here to help. You're not Mom.
Where's Mom?
And an unconventional comedy.
I think you look good for your age, Dad.
40's not bad, right?
You're only 40? Good Lord, you've lived a hard life.
Blackish. Weeknights. Premiere September 17th.
Jeff, we've mentioned in the past that Kyron Rogers is the kind of quarterback that will take what you give him. Can he afford to do that, or does he need to gamble some down by 24 with 9 minutes left?
Well, you got to keep yourself in the game. He's got to be efficient down here, Randy. He's got to make good decisions. Don't throw the ball into a crowd.
Blitz coming. Rolls away from it, looks long downfield, and overthrows everybody and sends it out of bounds at midfield. Pressure was coming right up the middle as they sent one, and Rogers doing a good job of rolling away from that pressure to the short side and then just gunning it downfield.
Looks like they're giving Kyron Rogers the ability to draw the plays up in the dirt out there. I mean, after the snap is made, he's running for his life just trying to find a receiver.
I believe that was Bernie Kosar that last did that, right? With Reggie Langhorne.
But he doesn't remember.
Second down and 10. Little toss. Oh, boy. Finally scooped up on a hop, and New Albany wants a safety, but they're going to knock him down inside the 1 yard line. So they try to go to the short side, and the toss was bobbled and then scooped up on a hop, and now they're backed up right into the shadow of their own goalpost.
Oh, this has been a total mess as far as SCIOTO is concerned here in the second half, Randy. And again, a little bit forward with the pitch by Kyron Rogers. Got to deliver a little bit better there maybe. And Jordan Penn, the intended running back, trying to catch up to that football. Now you got yourself right up against the wall.
3rd and 15 from the 1. Pressure. Rogers going to roll. Can he get 15?
Hold on to the football.
Look at the moves. Rogers to the far side. Gets a block and gets out near the sticks. He ran 40 yards to pick up about 16, and it looks like he's got enough for the first down.
Boy, well, how about the athleticism? And I talked about playing it or drawing it up in the dirt, and that was exactly what that was all about. Just find a way to make a first down. Now they're marking it. It is first down. There we go.
He picked up 16, needed 15. Quick pop on the out pattern. Pass is complete up to the 23-yard line, maybe the 24 with a forward progress. That looks like it's going to set up something maybe with a little hitch and go as it goes to Tobias Thomas, and some words exchanged at the end of the play.
Good delivery. You're right. They're going to play a little soft out on the outside. They're not going to let anything get behind them. So there's going to be a lot of picking that you can do out there on the perimeter.
They need 3 on a second down play across the middle, coming in to get the football. Pass falls incomplete, in and out of the breadbasket of Zach Bermain. Just a little bit behind him perhaps, but a catchable ball to set up a 3rd down situation now from the 24-yard line.
How about the strength of the arm there of Kyron Rogers delivering that football, Randy? And not an easy one to catch, but one that is a tough throw by a quarterback to keep that ball going with a lot of pace on it.
3rd down, and hello. I would call that an encroachment and a violation of the neutral zone. Rob Bramer's a referee.
Dead ball. Encroachment. 51. Defense.
Thank you, Rob. So move the sticks and a gift first down for the Irish out to the 29-yard line. But they need this score. They need 3 more. There's the mentor, Kyron Rogers, a quarterback. Last year, passed for nearly 1,600 yards. 2 years ago was 3 of 6 passing for 38 yards. His brother plays middle school football. Guess what position he plays? He's a quarterback. It goes to the tight end, and Ray's got the catch. Chad Ray makes the catch, and he had one last week for 15 yards.
Again, there should be some easy picking underneath the zone here because New Albany's going to play soft, keep everything in front of them. So there are going to be opportunities, and where I think if you're Dublin SCIOTO, you got to get a catch and run long play.
Rogers trying to keep the play alive, and the pass batted down, falls incomplete. It'll be second down and 10. 7:28 left to go. Again, both teams coming in with impressive victories in week number 1. We mentioned the keys for New Albany. For Dublin SCIOTO, keep the Eagles off the ground. Well, they did, but we found out that New Albany has a passing game as well, too, with Luke Muter in there. Kenyonder and Tobias, or not Tobias, those two guys have not been a factor in this contest.
Been very quiet.
And then it was second and 10. Tobias now way wide to the bottom. Thomas, one of 4 wideouts in this set. Rogers looking that way, looking long for Tobias Thomas. Can he make the catch? No, good adjustment by the DB coming back to the football at the 25-yard line to wrestle it with him, and that is the big number 8, who's a wideout, and a DB, and Dean Danflus.
A really good defense here. Well thrown ball again. Kyron Rogers, no question about the strength in his arm. That is good defense. Again, nobody having the ability to go up there and high point that football. It's like the ball is playing them as opposed to them playing the ball when it gets into the air.
Danflus last week had an interception and nearly took it back for a touchdown and caused a fumble as well, too.
You know, coaches talk a lot about putting your head on a swivel to be able to turn, find the ball, and then react to the football.
Third and 10, Rogers 4 wide out. To the far side of the field he goes. A little hitch move. Can he get the first down? Yes, look out. Open turf now, down the far sidelines. There's the raw speed in the open field of the wide outs for the Irish, and they'll take it in for the touchdown. As that time it is Kenyon Pennell who makes the catch, takes it 60 yards. That's what they were hoping to do in the first half to exploit. They were not able to, but now they cut the margin to 31-13.
A week ago, 2 receptions for 51 yards, so he's a big play guy. Had a touchdown last week, and this is just making people miss outside. You got to make that play. 2 of the Eagles over there with an opportunity. Now it's a foot race, and boom, touchdown, Dublin SCIOTO.
I'm surprised they're not going for 2, because if you get it, it's 31-15, right? Make it a little closer.
Yeah.
Extra point time for Griffin Crosa. Snap, kick, it is up, plenty of leg, and it's good. The Irish marching back. Down by 17, 7 minutes left to go. Tobias Thomas finds the opening and takes it 60 yards to cut the margin to 17 points here on Thursday Night Lights.
Here we go.
Men trying to think like women.
Name something that keeps you from strangling your husband.
It's personality, your family, the death penalty.
That's not a fair fight.
Dumb as a donut.
That's a feud.
Daddy.
Family Feud, tomorrow at 7 on the CW Columbus.
I think you look good for your age, Dad.
40's not bad, right?
You're only 40? You've lived a hard life.
Blackish, weeknights, premiere September 17th.
Summer is rolling out of here, and so are these savings. All WOW internet-only packages are now $10 off per month for 2 years. But when summer's over, so is this sale. So switch to WOW today and save.
Columbus Crew SC is back at Mapfre Stadium.
Are you kidding?
To take on New York City FC. Don't miss a single minute. Columbus Crew SC versus New York City FC. Saturday at 8 on the CW Columbus.
And welcome back to Dublin SCIOTO High School. That is Kenyon Pennell who takes it 60 yards. 9-play, 94-yard drive. 2:03 off the clock. It is Hawaii night here. I'm looking for Dan O. or McGarrett in the crowd there, and I don't see him. But they're having a good time here. Students, week number 2 of the high school football campaign. Jeff, do you have an idea as a player what it meant to the student body just to see a high school football game on a Thursday or Friday night?
It was part of the culture of what you're all about in high school football. And you know, my son graduated from this school, and I can still remember doing a game back here and seeing pictures of him with his painted face. And I'm thinking, that is my son, instead of playing on the football team.
That was your WOW scoring drive, brought to you by WOW and their whole home Wi-Fi. No slow zones, no dead zones, just WOW zones. Little onside kick attempt, and with a couple of hops, it goes into the hands of the Eagles. So they'll get it back from the 47-yard line. It's 31-14. Bowman with a recovery on the play. 7:07 left to go, and the Eagles with the ball. I remember your son at one of the games where it was bitterly cold without a shirt on, too.
Same game.
Okay.
That was it. Same game.
You didn't mention all the details.
No.
A couple of hops and a good job that time by Bowman to cover up the man that plays wing back and DB.
Randy, talk to the medical issue that this football team, New Albany, had in preparation for the season.
A difficult start. They had to deal with hand, foot, and mouth disease. And it affected as many as 30 players, so they were never at full strength. In fact, they only had one scrimmage to start the campaign. So there were some question marks coming into this game as Hall finds an opening, and look at him go down to the 30, the 20, and he's going to take it the distance for the touchdown, just like that.
Holy smokes.
That is Reed Hall, who's touched the ball about 4 times tonight, and Reed Hall will take it in for the touchdown. The 5'8", 155-pound junior who likes math and does some calculating as he goes down the field and gives 6 more to his squad.
Well, you expect him to do nothing but grind it out, but Reed Hall finds the cutback, finds the seam, and this is a young man that's just going to get the most out of this play that he can. He ends up in the end zone. What a terrific, look at the excitement. That is fabulous. This is what it's all about. High school football, ladies and gentlemen, at its best.
53 yards on the touchdown run for the young junior. And extra point time again now for Grant Rogers. Can he stay perfect on the campaign? He does not.
No good.
So we stay at 37-14. Go ahead, say it.
We have that impact on others, don't we?
We are the Sports Illustrated when it comes to jinxes and extra points. 37-14 the tally now, the margin at 23 points.
My goodness.
So with that being said, again, a reminder, next week we'll have a big showdown in the Southwestern City School District when Grove City plays host to Central Crossing. Tennyson Varney moves over. Remember, he was at Franklin Heights a couple of years ago. He's in his second year at Grove City. Trevor White does a great job running things for the Comets. You know, there's always room for homework.
That's the band. They're not playing right now, but she's getting it done.
There could be a test tomorrow. You never know.
Could very well be.
Except you're on page about 7 right now. You got the table of contents. You got the foreword. You've got a dedication. Is that just for camera, do you think?
I don't think so.
Mom and Dad, I'm doing homework. At the game, no less.
She's pretty serious about it.
There is the consummate student right there, working on the homework late at night, even at the game. Something Steve Bassford, Jeff Logan, yours truly never did. Mike Todd may have been working homework, but I think that was because Mike was held after class many a time in his day. He nods his head yes. Sadly, with approval down on the sidelines. Rogers to tee it up. 37-14 the tally in this one now. Quinn safeties back deep for the Irish inside the 10. It's a line drive affair, and it'll be scooped up at the 4-yard line across the 10. And not quite to the 20-yard line, but look at this. Look at the getaway ability there as they try to strip the football from big number 13, and Jalen Ware says, I'm going to keep it, and gain another 8 yards up across the 25-yard line. Here's your WOW scoring summary. That was a quick one as Mr. Reed Hall takes it in, some 53 yards out. WOW scoring summary brought to you by WOW. Whole home Wi-Fi, fast internet in every corner of your home. Numbers on Kyron Rogers tonight, 23 attempts. You look at the yardage, Jeff, that's impressive, and 2 touchdowns. You would know by those numbers that the team is down by 23. They're going to keep it on the ground on this first down play and get it up to maybe the 27, 28-yard line, and that's it.
I think the thing that is going to concern Carl Johnson more than anything else is how sloppy they played in the second half with ball security. I mean, the ball's been on the ground, it seems like, every series that they've had the football.
This was a 10-7 game at one point in this contest in the second quarter. And New Albany just took control. Rogers wants to throw. Quick pop. Pass is complete. Spinning out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It goes to Zach Vermain. Vermain makes the catch, and good yardage for him with 6:07 left to go. Good protection for Rogers.
Boy, sure tackling by Dean Danflus coming up to make the play. Not going to get beat that time for a catch and go.
And quickly on the ground they go, up across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Here's the consummate student athlete. Zach Vermain is part of business club. He likes history and part of the chess club as well, too. To this day, I never played chess, and I have an Onyx chess set. Don't know how to use it. I can play dignified checkers with it. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Under 6 left to go. As they peer to the sidelines, Jason Rice, the offensive coordinator, is the grandson of Jim Anderson. Who's that? He was my first broadcast partner 36 years ago. Longtime head coach at Brookhaven and other stops. Quick pop. It goes to Ray. Ray's a tight end, Jeff, who can split out as well, too, and a guy that's been a quarterback in the past as well, too. And he did that his freshman year by default. They needed somebody to play quarterback, and Ray was the guy. So mark it out to the 46-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from there with just over 5 minutes left to go in this one. 4 wideout look for the Irish. They'll keep it on the ground, and they'll gain a couple, maybe 48-yard line. It's like Penn on the carry that time. Has New Albany delivered more than you thought they would in this contest?
Yeah, I was interested to see both of these teams, Randy, because the way that this team was left to Bubba Kidwell was they were stacked. I mean, they had a good returning core coming back, and this was a team that went 3 games into the playoffs last year, so I'm not surprised, not at all.
Rogers with pressure gets away. Can he get to the sticks? He's got the 1st down and exit stage left eventually with the 1st down. Well, Pat Samanich left the program to become the dean of students at New Albany, and with the size of the school, he just felt, you know, not both of those jobs would mix, and ergo, Bubba Kidwell, a longtime member of the staff for 15 years, takes over.
Here's the scramble right down in your living room, watching what the quarterback's seeing here, and he's going to tightrope the sidelines here, trying to keep this thing alive. And
I was waiting for the sound effect, but you're saving it for a big play? I didn't get the Jeff Logan whoop.
Yeah, almost.
1st and 10 from the 48, under 4.5 left. Rogers had plenty of time, and now is going to throw it away to fight another day. 2nd down and 10, 4:12 left to go. Interesting next week for Dublin Cider. They take on Big Walnut. This is a team that, remember, we saw them beat them last year 51-21, but Big Walnut went to the top of the league with just a 4-6 mark last year. So be interested to see what they do this campaign. Then they've got a big game with Dublin Jerome as well, too, in week number 4. And for New Albany, looking past week number 3, as Scioto will take a timeout. They take on Gahanna Lincoln to the Eagles. So Dublin Scioto is going to take a timeout. That is their 2nd. Each team with 1 timeout remaining in this contest.
Dublin Scioto, their 2nd timeout of the half.
I think the timeout being taken here for more than anything else, just to give the offense a little bit of a break. And Kyron Rogers was cramping up in his left hamstring, and they're working him on the sidelines right now. You don't want to take him out of the game, so they're trying to get him stretched and able to make a final push here. You know, stranger things have happened, Randy, but 23 points with 4 minutes and 12 seconds, that's a tough go.
Unless we're Tyler, Texas, right?
Exactly.
Going back about 30 years ago. By the way, Mr. Ray is the backup quarterback. After tonight's game, tune into ABC6 and catch ABC6 News at 11. Tonight's big stories and the impact they could have on your day tomorrow. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Marshall McPeak reveals how the weather will impact your plans. We are ABC6 News, and we are on your side. So the ball rests at the 48 of the Eagles for Mr. Rogers in his neighborhood. Trips to the top, dumps in the flat. Nice little gap across the 45 for Penn down to the 42-yard line. So Penn with a nice gainer that time. Will be shy of the 1st down by about 4 yards. Coming up after the game, Mike Todd will have the presentation of the much ballyhooed and always anticipated trophy at the end of this game. He's holding it up right now proudly at the 17-yard line.
Did he promise free Dairy Queen for the winning team?
Handoff up the middle down to the 35-yard line. I don't think he's promised anything except the Rose Garden.
No, I thought I heard winning team Dairy Queen.
Mike is going to comment, I think,
Mike,
down on the field.
Come on, buddy.
Mike will open your mic up. We'll find out if that's the case.
I mean, if they all want to follow me to Pickerington, that's fine.
Jeff won't follow you, so don't worry about that.
Jaunt.
The best Dairy Queen in town, by the way.
That's
Absolutely.
Rogers rolling on the first down play, looking, trying to buy some time, dumps to the far side, and a nice move down the sideline, spinning, and that is Kenyon Pennell inside the 20-yard line, down to around the 18, so it'll be another first down. But Mike has offered to buy for me.
I know that. Hey, Mike, talk about that trophy presentation a little bit. I mean, how cool is it when you get out there in that crowd?
I tell you what, the players are so excited. And I tell you, and it's a big thrill for the coaches as well. It's something nice. It's something for the trophy case, and it's something that these young athletes will never forget.
And the pass was intercepted, or did it hit the turf first? They tried to pick it off inside the 20-yard line. Rogers' pass went low and nearly intercepted on the play by Ian Hoff, who's out there. So, Mike, do you autograph that at all? Do you use a Sharpie to that or not?
No, we do not want to reduce the value of this beloved trophy.
Are you amazed by the length of celebration that you see after a game, because they know it's coming, yet the celebration seems to go on and on and on into Friday almost?
You know what, a lot of hard work goes into planning for any athletic event, and when you've got a little recognition at the end of it, you want to celebrate.
Second down and 10 from the 20. Rogers, quick pop. Pass is complete. Nice little move inside the 15 and trying to find the angle and stay alive until they got to the 11. This is Eric Holsinger. So it'll be probably third down from there. Let's see where they marked the ball. I thought his knee touched just before he got to the 10. So indeed, it'll be third down and 1. I'm going to ask Mike after this play if perhaps he polishes the trophy like the Notre Dame helmets or shines it up.
I think he gets all 10 to keep at his house, and he brings each a new one every week.
We got a penalty.
False. 74 offense. 5 yards. Third down.
So, Mike, anything with that?
No, if I bring one more piece of clutter into my home, another piece of sports memorabilia, I'll be living at either Randy or Jeff's house very soon.
That would be Jeff's house. And by the way, I just got 6 text messages that are excited about the possibility of free DQ. So we better curve that one right now. Third down and 6 after the penalty. Back to the 16. 2:28 left to go. Rogers quick pop, and the pass deflected, looking for Holsinger. Great pause that time to knock it down for New Albany by big number 84, Will King. Will King goes 6'6". We talked about him earlier. Going to go to Akron, second team All-State last year. Last week, 2 solos, 2 assists, 3 tackles for a loss. And altogether last season, he was part of over 100 tackles. His dad, Chris, played defensive end and defensive tackle. And look at Rogers trying to make something happen inside the 15, inside the 10, looking for the goal line and knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line with 2:15 left to go. There's a guy that hasn't quit, Jeff.
No, and the one thing that Dublin's made a bunch of mistakes here in the second half that are going to have to get fixed if they're going to be a successful team. But the lack of effort is not what's hurt them. These guys are out there playing, trying to make big plays, and Kyron Rogers, had it not been for Micaiah Burton on the other side, you'd have to look at him as a player of the game. He has been absolutely spectacular, and that might be our quarterback down on the ground trying to stretch that.
Yeah, he's cramping up at around the 11-yard line. You can see him grab the calf right after the play was dead, and he's trying to hydrate right now.
It's a little late for that stuff.
We had Tony D'Angelo in the house, too.
The man.
The fearless leader.
He's the boss.
Of ABC 6 Fox 28 in the CW. He's leaving, ladies and gentlemen. Elvis has left the building.
Elvis is gone.
2:15 now left to go in this contest, and they attend to Mr. Rogers down here. So with this being said, Jeff, no matter what, he's going to have to miss a play. So we would perhaps see Chad Ray, number 10, move to quarterback. He's taking snaps right now along the sidelines of the 30-yard line. There's Mike Todd. You're on camera right now, Mike, with the trophy. With a high camera, we can see you majestically holding that orb above your head. You have to be so proud. How heavy is that, by the way?
It's not too heavy.
You didn't kiss that, did you?
I did.
Oh, boy.
Now you're going to polish it again.
Is there mouth sanitizer? I know there's hand sanitizer.
I think it's some hand sanitizer.
There you go.
This team had already suffered from hoof and hand and mouth disease or something, and now you're up there. You're putting your lips on their trophy.
Mr. Ray at quarterback, going to toss it back. Can Penn find the gap? And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Nicely done by the Irish as Penn takes it in. Jordan scoots in the last 4 yards and adds 6 more to the board, and then it was 37-20. He waits for the blocking to establish, and then Jeff, once he sees that, hustles through the gap and finds 6.
There's Carl Johnson. Got to feel good about that. His team not quitting. It's maybe an insurmountable lead, but see if they can execute the extra point.
Crosa for the 21st point. Plenty of leg. It is up and it is good. 37-21. The tally in this one. I've just been called a dream crusher for negating the possibility of free DQ tonight, which I believe is a flavor that you offer too, isn't it? Dream crusher and a flavor DQ. I'm not sure. The margin is 16 with 2:10 left to go. So the Irish showing fight here, Jeff, until the very end. Still down by 2 touchdowns, but you know, 2 touchdowns, two-point conversions, and you got a tie game. But I assume you're looking for an onside kick here, correct?
Well, they did the last time, and I thought they executed it pretty well. Crosa did a good job of getting a couple bounces on the ball, trying to get down there and field it. And again, you work hard on special teams. Stranger things have happened, Randy, but they're certainly going to have to recover an onside kick here to make it work.
By the way, I want to clarify, it's hand, foot, and mouth disease. I think you threw a hoof in there as well.
It could have been anything. But now that
this is not an equine event here.
Mike Todd is down there licking the trophy. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to get disinfectant or something. I'm going to call the training staff, have them come over and spray you.
Here's your WOW scoring summary, brought to you by WOW Whole Home Wi-Fi. No slow zones, no dead zones, just WOW zones. 15 plays, 73 yards, a morale booster for the Irish as they take 4:36 to do it. So Crosa, remember, you got to have at least 4 on one side of the football, and they do that, so they overload near side with 6 guys.
It's got to go 10 yards before you can touch it if you're the kicking team. There's
and
the 10.
Takes the hop, and did they touch it?
Good idea letting it go out of bounds.
Now I take the ball in the +5.
Take the +5 here. That is the new rule, that you can take it where it went out, have them re-kick it, which you're not going to do, obviously, and have it be another onside kick attempt, or take the +5.
Rob Bramer got to check with everyone where the ball went out of bounds. So I think it went out of bounds at the 45, so I think they get it close to midfield, right? They enact it, and there they do. Near hash, so there's the first time we've seen that enacted this season. Ladies, how you doing? They're still cheering. Their team is down by 16, but like Tom Petty, they won't back down. From midfield. Backs are split. Still, we have Muter in there at quarterback, and they're going to hand it off and pick up about 3 on the play. Let's talk about the performance of Luke Muter tonight at quarterback. As the handoff goes to number 24, Reed Hall. I think he's done everything he could ask for.
Boy, really, you know, we looked at the play mix in that first, through 3 quarters, 40 running plays, only 10 pass plays. But his numbers tonight have been absolutely terrific in terms of ball security, efficiency, spreading the ball around to a number of different receivers. The tight end, I thought Patrick Gerd had a good game. 2 great catches and runs by him. I think the future is very good for this program.
2 catches for 62 yards on a high school team that is willing to throw to the tight end. Dear diary, that's something we love to see. It's Hall again inside the 40 and extends to the 38, maybe the 37-yard line. I would be surprised if they run another legit play. I would think it's knee time right now with you're up by 16 with 1:23 left to go. And a first down inside the 38-yard line at the 37. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take a knee here for a couple plays.
Interesting, both teams have the number 1 still in the football game. 16-point margin.
Well, think about it. If you're New Albany, one bad hop or something, all of a sudden it's a 1-touchdown game.
I understand.
And Tyler, Texas revisited again.
Let's see now that they're going to go ahead and take a knee here and kill the clock.
Muter kneels down with 1 minute left to go. This is where I like the discretion of the referee and the back judge sometimes, too, to kind of take a few extra seconds off that clock to cut down the number of meaningless snaps we have at the end. Again, our back judge will extend his hand when there's 5 seconds left, although that's not much of a factor here tonight because you do have a play clock, and the play clock has already been reset here. But it kind of almost takes it out of the hands of the back judge.
It really does.
And the referee to a certain extent. So. And they show us victory formation again with 30 seconds left to go, and this should do it. And Muter with the knee, and they won't have to run another play. New Albany with the upper hand early in this game, and They don't look back. 37-21, they get the victory in this one. A great performance by the Eagles, and very impressive, Jeff, after 2 weeks at 2-0.
Yeah, you know, I really like the way New Albany came out in this football game, established the run in the first drive of the game. And then Dublin SCIOTO looked like they could have gotten blown out early in this game. Really started playing some football in the second quarter. The disappointment that I have for Dublin SCIOTO is that they put the ball on the ground too many times in quarter number 3. But great execution by New Albany. I think this is a team that is going to be playoff bound for sure.
Trophy presentation is coming up with Mike Todd. We'll take a break. 37-21 New Albany over Dublin SCIOTO. This is Honda's Thursday Night Lights presented by Columbus State Community College on the CW Columbus and the Stadium Network.
Music Go Round, Gahanna and Columbus are your local music resource for back to school. Woodwinds, brass, percussion, strings, and more. We have a huge selection of used instruments perfect for students. Whether it's their first day in band or they're a seasoned performer, Music Go Round is your back to school band destination. And at Music Go Round, you can trade in and trade up. Bring in an instrument you're no longer playing and trade it in for one you've had your eye on. Located in Gahanna at the corner of Morse and Hamilton Roads, and in Columbus at Bethel Road and Route 315 near Micro Center.
Will it be you to pursue your passion at Ohio State Newark?
It's been amazing being able to have the opportunity to do research here.
I've had excellent professors with small class sizes.
I like the fact that I will never have a class that's more than 35 students.
I'm a professor of physics and astronomy here at OSU Newark, and I'm also an astrophysicist with NASA.
If someone's thinking they want that Ohio State University education, this is a great option.
Schedule a campus visit today.
When dishonesty and disrespect affect you, you need someone on your side. Bad experiences, bad weather. We keep you safe. We don't back down. We demand action. We are ABC 6 News, and we're on your side.
Thursday Night Lights, New Albany over Dublin SCIOTO by a final of 37-21. And Bubba, let's talk real quick about the performance of your team tonight. A complete game and a real effort on both sides of the ball.
It was. Like you said earlier, our offensive line, they did a great job, especially right at the end of the first half, driving down 90 yards to get a score, and then came right back out and scored on the first drive in the third quarter. So very proud of our guys.
All right, well, we have a young Eagle here. This is Jaden. Jaden, go ahead and I'm going to hand it to you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jaden holding the Thursday Night Lights championship trophy. Go crazy, Eagles!
It never gets old seeing that. Final stats of this contest. What an offensive performance by New Albany. Over 400 yards total offense, and SCIOTO kicked it up a notch there late, nearly reaching 300 yards, Jeff, in this contest.
Yeah, they did add some things late in the football game. They didn't give up when it was kind of out of control, and again, very impressed with New Albany. Bubba Kidwell doing a really good job with his football team, and Carl Johnson has got some work to do, but he's got some terrific athletes on his team, and I think they'll be fine as well.
Sir, it's been a pleasure. Are you willing to drive next week?
I am on my way right now.
He's leaving right after this contest. On behalf of the Image Video crew, don't forget Central Crossing at Grove City next week. A battle in the Southwestern City Schools should be a lot of fun. We say thank you for watching Honda's Thursday Night Lights. We also thank our sponsors, including Central Ohio Honda Dealers, Dr. Pepper, and Columbus State Community College. Stay tuned for Last Man Standing coming up at the top of the hour. What a contest tonight, especially if you're an Eagle fan. New Albany gets the victory. The Eagles soar high. 37-21 over Dublin SCIOTO. For the entire crew, I'm Randy Reinhardt saying thanks for joining us. This has been Honda's Thursday Night Lights presented by Columbus State Community College on the CW Columbus and the Stadium Network.
Accidents happen 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's why the attorneys at Kissling, Nestacone, Reddick are here for you 24/7. Even if it's in the evening or weekend, we are ready to help you now. Why wait? If you are injured, call 1-800-HURT-NOW for a free consultation or visit our website at knrlegal.com. If you were hurt in a car, call KNR. Call Kissling, Nestacone, Reddick at 1-800-HURT-NOW for a free consultation. One call does it all.
Summer is rolling out of here, and so are these savings. All WOW Internet-only packages are now $10 off per month for 2 years. But when summer's over, so is this sale. So switch to WOW today and save.
Life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise.
Happiness is powerful flea and tick protection from NexGard. NexGard kills both fleas and ticks all month long. And it comes in an easy-to-give, tasty chew. So you'll be happy you're keeping your dog protected with NexGard. No wonder it's the #1 choice of vets for their dogs and yours. See your veterinarian for more information on flea and tick protection you and your dog will love. NexGard, the vet's #1 choice.
So you guys have recently started dating? Yes. Cool. I want to show you guys 3 Chevy SUVs. The first one is called the Trax. Great for when you move in together. And this is the Chevy Equinox. Perfect for when you two have your first kid.
Give me some time.
Okay. This is the Traverse. For when you have your 5 kids, 2 dogs, and 1 cat.
Whoa.
5?
Qualified lessees can get this well-equipped 2018 Chevy Equinox for around $199 a month. Chevrolet.